Like Bill and Booth.
That is also not how you say bridge.
Well, now we know. And
Speaking
no
of bridge, hi Stream!
Hello, everybody. And welcome
Hi, Dr. Nick!
to the stream where we build tomatoes.
I'm not allowed to do that. Theophania is allergic.
And we can't build tomatoes.
Well, that's why she's not here with us this week.
You know, copyright
Ah.
laws. But
Chat's free reign tonight. There's no mods. Go nuts.
Please don't go too nuts.
I do.
I mean,
There are a lot. I mean, Theophania is also allergic to nuts, and she's not here today, so you can go very nuts.
you can finally have the peanut butter.
She's not allergic to peanut butter.
Oh.
Peanuts are a
She
legume,
can't just pick
Joshua.
and choose.
Peanuts
I
are a
mean-
legume, Joshua.
You've seen her
I
dietary
make up words
requirements.
too.
She can absolutely pick and choose.
Look, all I got is this broken shoulder, okay? That's all
Josh
I
has a
got.
broken shoulder, which means...
My dice rolling might be accurate this
The
time.
interesting thing is
He
that
might
the
actually
kiwi
be able
is
to
absent, unfortunately.
Hit the dice tray.
Nope.
She's also allergic to kiwis.
I can't believe
So
that was a nat one.
that one too.
could you? That's twice. Could you at least roll on a dice tray?
He was
tried.
trying. You rolled a nat one on getting it into the dice tray.
And then managed to drop it on the other side of the board as well.
I'm on topic always.
Oh.
Episode 36,
That's about it.
in which we are missing a kiwi fruit, and Theophania is allergic to kiwis. And previously on Maxed and Doubles, the Calamity
Dun
Hunters,
dun!
thanks you guys,
Fuck.
spent time
Yay.
in the city of Arkenhowe, the Cayman Empire city of Arkenhowe, considering the best option for reuniting with Sariel, how you were going to go about bringing about the reunion. You all split up, with John heading to organise transit across the Bol'Shoy Ocean to the echoing island of Valenora. Silkus started setting up a watch network around Arkenhowe to warn the party in case Sariel turned up. Archibald cased the city itself, visiting another church of Lyra in the process and speaking with a paladin to learn about the religion. John began assisting Archibald in physical training.
It went well.
You
It
started
went
to learn the
real
ways
well.
of
Oh,
armored
man.
melee fighting,
Yeah.
which went fantastically. Archibald ended up very, very sore, but made some good progress.
I'm now proficient in fitness.
Some progress.
Like his footwork was surprisingly good. He's clearly danced in the past.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know it, but he has.
He was a champion soul
Just wait till we get to
Otherwise.
Usen. Muscle memory will kick in. I'll be sombering every night.
Someone plays the gavotte and he's off.
Middle of the street, gone.
Okay. What instrument's that?
Oh no, the gavotte is like an 1800s. You know how like a music piece can be a waltz and a dance can be a waltz? It's one of those.
Yeah.
Where it's like a dance that's associated with a type of music.
How could you forgot about that?
I'm an amnesiac.
I'm actually proud of you, though.
That was really
Despite the
I'll tip
easy out that he had for it, I'm very happy for you. Joshua, welcome back into the show.
Oh, thank you. I'll tip the little top hat that she has.
Tip it.
You mean the apple core?
Thank you.
Abacore,
You also
Apple.
attempted
top apple.
a few times to pull the first rune child, as you've
Yeah.
come to call them,
Forgot about that.
from the bag of holding with varying degrees of success. You made some very good Arcana rolls, and with
A 30.
a 30 and with the
Yeah.
help of Silkus as well, you managed to essentially pull a pure umbral form from the bag, which fought, or at least was being restrained, quite intensely, using some very creative solutions. you managed to at least bring it far enough out of the bag to see its form, to attempt to target it with some spells, and even to trap it from getting back into the bag.
I'm so curious if someone's actually tried to abstract a umbral form on its own and actually succeeded. That's what I'm curious now about. Go on, continue.
As Archibald attempted to dimension door away with the form, it was unfortunately unsuccessful. However, instead of the shockwave of energy immediately receding back into the bag because of Silkus's dome, it was prevented from doing so, and you instead watched it filter into the wand itself, which proceeded to glow with a umbral energy for a short while afterwards. I don't remember if you guys slept, so
we
think
stopped.
That
then.
was where we
I
stopped.
think that's where you
Yeah.
stopped. So,
Check the VOD.
as you've all recovered from this particular attempt, and in having learned quite a lot from the experience, actually, it is late afternoon here at Arkenhowe. What would you all like to do?
Alright, so so the ship's heading out tomorrow. So I suggest we want to get final business sorted out that we can.
Right, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna go get a hold of some. Do you guys remember? Actually, how long would I estimate the journey to? I've forgotten the name of the other continent now.
Ekranora?
Yeah, the journey to Arkenhowe would be.
You
Got proficiency with marine vehicles, so I might have a decent guess.
Right. Well, you estimated the travel to be 3 days
Okay.
from Arkenhowe
Yeah,
to
do.
Valenora, which is the island off the coast of Ekranora.
Is there
Okay.
a way?
Yeah.
Is there a way to get like a spell that isn't there like a spell of protection against disease and sickness? I want that right now.
Well, we had an amulet of that, but Sariel's wearing it at the moment.
Effective. Not sure I trust it at
I
this
mean-
point.
I mean, she wasn't wearing it before.
Ah.
I was wearing it at the time.
You monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I respect the protecting yourself. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of just come to realization that I'm gonna be on a boat tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have gonna have a lot of fun on that.
You're not gonna go no.
No. All right. So where do you stand? Would you like to get some food beforehand, or what do you want to do tonight? Go one more night here.
I'll stop by a butcher before we head out tomorrow morning, but I don't know.
I've got some reading to do.
Right. Well.
I don't know. You up for a spot of cards in the inn before we head in for the night?
I think sure. I like to have a try that. But I like to quickly stop at a general store before then.
So
Okay.
we'll split off. I'll grab some, head by a butcher, and hopefully they still have some like carcasses that I can grab for Hibboleth.
Okay. 4 copper.
Yeah.
You managed to
copper.
find something that's easy. Butchers are pretty common.
Yeah.
You
I-
want to hit up
General
a
store
general
and
store?
back to the bookstore quickly.
Okay. So you, on your way back to the bookstore, you find a general store. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna look for a a chessboard and chess pieces.
Okay.
Famously a great travel game in the Middle Ages.
Oh, it is.
I mean, chess is like, what, 3,000 years old?
Did they play it on ships a lot?
Don't know.
They do
But,
now.
like, it would have been fine on calm
Roll.
seas.
Roll straight luck check.
Just like your chess games.
5.
Oh no.
5.
This isn't Borders, you can't find board games here.
Unfortunately, you don't find a chess set. However, you do find a number of different dice sets for similar gambling games, usually carved out of bones. Not similar gambling games. Chess is not a gambling game.
You know that famous gambling game? Chess.
Yeah. You find a number of bone carved
so
dice.
what's so much money that
you find cards and some other implements used in the more utilitarian style gambling games that
Is there
most
any
soldiers would generally take with them.
strategic games?
I'll do it this time.
Alright.
That's a 6.
No, there are no
Okay.
more. There are no board games, as it were, not like chess or checkers or anything like
Or
that.
Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
No, there's
How did you know
there's
I
no
was going
risk.
for that?
They don't have a risk.
It's part of their risk reduction strategy.
If it works, you know. Okay.
Well, the ones that you do find are only half size, though.
This is one continent. I'm going to go to the bookstore and go back
Were
to
you
that.
already there?
I was there. I've been there twice now.
Yeah, you're coming back a third time.
Third time. I'm going to inquire, see if they've got any books on a strategic playing for chess.
Okay.
I mean, I assume there is something because there is a chess thing out in the park. I assume maybe.
The chess thing?
Chess thing.
Like, you know, a chess game.
Chess as in CHESSED.
I thought
You've
it
been
was
chessed.
CHEST.
What it means to me?
CHEST. I know what it means.
You
Okay, now.
inquire, and you are led to a very small section on the rules and some strategies of mostly gambling, but you do find a book on chess and chess strategies.
I'll take a. Then she
It's called
opened.
Become Chessed.
I'll take one of those and another one of the gambling books.
Okay. The
Gonna get some light reading on this cruise.
The gambling book is a broader. The one that you choose is a broader one on strategies across more than just one game. Whereas the chess book is a decent size and it's entirely based on the strategies of chess.
Okay.
That will run you 8 silver for the 2.
8 silver.
So total.
Cool. I'll give her a gold coin and get 2 silver back.
Okie doke. And then you're heading back to the inn with these 2. With these 3.
Am I included on this third one?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm never am.
Hubeleth.
Hubeleth.
Hubeleth
Yeah,
ranks higher than you, Silkus.
Wow. Alright, fair. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What HP?
But all I... you know, it's some...
Sure, he probably fucking does, doesn't he?
You know, maybe I'll bite on
Yeah,
someone's leg
he's
and
got quite a lot more.
Alright. Jeez, 58. I'm better than him.
Also, update your maximum HP.
His maximum HP is currently lower than his current HP.
Max is 6.
Your maximum HP is 6. That's very low. Are you sure you've calculated that correctly?
No,
Your
I
con
probably
is a
haven't.
plus modifier.
Hold on. Yeah, it's your... It's
So your maximum
D6.
HP is currently 6. Then you need to lower that because you've got it set at 50.
No, 8. 58.
That's your current HP.
Oh, did I?
Regardless, you
Those
head
need
back,
to be bigger, I think.
You head back.
I don't even be not so blind.
When you spot me, there's like
Thank you.
there's like a little bit of like what looks like it's maybe like a scraped off piece of like the edge of a bone on the edge of my bag from when I've tried to shovel of the carcasses in.
God, okay.
Yeah, it's just some like sinew.
Hibbs is just trying to get to it.
Look, if we want to get into another continent, we're gonna have to deal with getting that vault a bit dirty occasionally.
I just like I go to reach into the bag of holding. I look in there. I'm like, it can wait. Like even without reaching in, I just look down, and with an Arcana check of 24, I'm like,
You're gonna waft. You two are going to play some. You're going to gamble for a bit.
Sure.
Now, are you putting stakes down, and what?
He's got all the stakes, not me.
He's got the lack of stakes. He's got what goes between the stakes. He's reading between the stakes.
I think
Well,
no stakes because I'm on kind of party funds, so it would be kind of rude for me to gamble with those.
But isn't all our money party funds by Sariel's logic?
Well, I mean, there's the money that we've earned on the job, and there's the money which we had before, and I don't have any of the latter.
I mean, so what did you use to get all that? Pointed at the meat.
I mean, I use party funds to get it because it's food for Huberleth.
Okay. I mean, I would probably put that more towards your own because it's yours technically. You know what? Doesn't matter. All right. So you don't have anything. You don't have anything on you.
I mean, let's see. Hold on, I think I've got this wand which I can wager if you want.
You have a wand.
he offers you the wand of the rune child.
Yeah.
I think I ended up with just.
I picture that.
No.
I
I
picture.
like rummage. Oh wait, yes I do. I like plonk down a basic wand on the table.
I picture it's like I don't know why I picture when you went like that because you're a barbarian. I pictured the fairy godparents animated show that Arnold Schwarzenegger parody where he has a giant ass wand. All right. I'm gonna expect the wand.
It's a wand.
It's just a wand, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a rather basic piece of timber with some very simple carborundum inlays.
It's only capable of druidcraft, so when you shake it,
I'll tell you
flowers
what.
pop out the top.
I saw that coming before you said it. What are you doing while they're gambling their no life away?
I'm upstairs reading, being a nerd.
Okay.
Wow.
Fucking nerd.
So I'll tell you what, John. The wand is not gonna be. It's not worth much.
I kind of guessed.
That being said, how about we play, but we do it in favors instead of money, because you know favors are much more hold more weight than gold nowadays. Definitely my circle.
How much is a favor going for? Are you gambling for the right at the end of the night
At the
to
end,
have
yeah.
a favor, or are you gambling for multiple
Each
favors every time
round.
someone wins a round?
It stacks. That's the idea.
I ra-
400 favors.
I raise you 20 favors.
I mean, this is happening.
At the end
They're
of the night, seems
basically
like a good
gambling their
plan.
souls.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much for a Salford
I'd
stock,
like each
so
of you
it's
to
simple.
hide your rolls from each other and roll 3 d20s, not at the same time. So roll them. From...
Quick question: gambling is mostly luck and bluff. Who's proficient in bluff here?
Roll 3 d20s each.
I just want to see if
and,
that's included.
And hide it from the other person. Don't re-roll it yet. And just wait a sec.
Your dice tray is here, Josh.
Yeah.
Try to get it in there. It's a miracle.
Okay, you each know what you got.
Hold on. Wait, just one at a time?
Just the one at a time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So what was the first one?
You go first. You want to do this?
4.
7.
Okay, roll the second one.
Shall I reroll? Because I didn't realize what you meant with the one at a time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
reroll.
Yeah, it's reroll. Yeah.
Don't look.
11.
Second one.
5.
Okay, Silkus wins the second.
John's currently
playing
up
by
3
golf?
favors.
I'm so good.
What?
I'm so confused.
Sorry,
It's okay.
John wins
Okay.
the second.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're tied one
And
for
now
one.
roll the
then.
third. Alright, what did you both get?
The one.
11.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm like getting sloppy, and you like see my hand.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm picturing we're playing cards. Like, what kind of game are we playing?
I was thinking like a card game. Yeah.
The only one I know is Texas Hold'em. It's the only one I know, and I'm
So what
not
you
bad
don't
at it.
realize is that Silkus has spent the entire day setting up an army of spies in Arkenhowe. So he's managed to position you up next to the staircase, and there's just this halfling boy looking over your shoulder saying,
How's a halfling looking over John's shoulder?
"He's on the stairs."
Stop giving away my level 20 plan.
It was also your highly reflective aviator sunglasses that gave some of the game away. Don't accept gifts from Silkus right before you gamble next time.
So I won that one, I guess.
Silkus, you take the night in
Cool.
this gambling
How many?
session.
How many did we bet then? Should we?
That was
Let's say we roll.
a favor, I believe.
That's
A favor.
Oh, that's actually.
He won it every round.
Yeah, I wanted it every round, just because that would have got chaotic.
As long as you both have agreed to these
Yep.
terms prior,
One favor's fine.
John, you
One
now owe
favour.
Silkus an undecided favor for the future.
And Silkus, you owe that halfling spy that you had up on the staircase.
2 favors.
Yeah.
favors.
Then the halfling owes the human before that told him all about it like 5 favors. There's no system to this.
So your
That
retreat,
human owes me 3 favors.
It's-
your retreat to your room,
You
So
are
for
Archibald
which
won.
oh,
you have paid 4 silver each for this next night. So 4 silver each
oh shit! I better
for the
keep
room
that
for the
like
night, including those of you who are betting in the same room.
Yeah, are we sharing the same room? I can't remember. What are we
I
doing?
mean,
Were
You had
But
your
I'm
own
at a
room.
different
it
place.
depends if you are.
You
I only
splitting
pay
for
for that night, so I'll probably be.
You
for
showed
the-
up and you're like, this is a lot nicer.
Yeah,
Holy
who-
crap.
To
yeah,
be fair, you all only paid for that night
Yeah. Fair.
to start with. So and the reason you stayed in the same room was that it's a very rough area. It's I've been waiting the last 4 times I've said it, including last session. I've been waiting every single time, and you haven't done it, and you just got me with it then. So it's up to you whether or not you would like to stay in the same room as everyone else, or get an adjacent room.
Why break character now?
Which character?
Josh.
Oh. Don't know.
Hardest decision he's ever had to make. Look at him.
Do I want to be social or do I just?
Rarely.
Yeah, I know. I'll share a room with them.
Okay, so it's still 4 silver each, but you are all in the same room.
We'll charge the Sariel's account.
Mm,
Put on notes.
Yeah.
it's called
Yeah, yeah.
party funds. You all get a long rest.
So annoying.
Archibald, make
We're not
a
communists. This doesn't work.
make a religion check.
Ooh, he's gonna have an epiphany. Cocked.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be rolling on that.
Shut your face. It's my dice tray.
On the.
Oh, that's even worse. Religion?
Mhm.
That. 7.
Okay.
It's one of those skills that I don't have double digits in yet.
Okay. You have completed your initial speed read of your books.
Yep.
You all wake up in the morning, having had a long rest.
V said though, because you guys have never shared a room with me before, you guys do see my whole situation where I am writing down stuff. I'm basically what he's doing, but like way more intense.
And louder.
There's
'Cause
almost
I'm just reading.
yeah. It's writing. Do I do it?
Do you?
You do. Is there a mirror? There's no mirror in there, isn't there?
No more.
I'll do what I did before with the ice and call it like one little corner or something, and then I'll start doing slightly to my face. So if you guys are watching that,
I start
happens.
looking at my tattoos for a silence spell. Or
do I have?
It's just a little
Not
speaker
yet.
with it. Yeah.
This one's just. It looks like an upside down house with a line through it. That might be it. It's a mute button.
You're at one point you are kind of jolted awake in a sitting position as you've fallen asleep reading, because of the absence of sound rather than the presence of it. As you now look over and Silkus has formed this ice mirror on one of the walls, and he's currently standing in front of it, and you can see from behind, you can see the shifts in his form every couple seconds as he is moving through different phases.
Alright.
And phases.
I'm going to grab the boat. Like, at some point during the night, I'm going to roll to see if I have an epiphany. Because I'm pretty sure I'm still, like, considering everything that happened today and being like, that was weird. Why didn't that work? What have I missed?
Okay. What kind of epiphany are you looking for? Related to the books or related to the previous day's events?
Related to the previous day's events and everything that I know about the Rune Child before, because I had this epiphany on my way home last week, and now I would like to have it in character.
Roll a straight Arcana. Roll an Arcana check, please.
I'm also doing the wing thing. So.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's a 12?
Wait.
I partly feel sympathetic for you.
I mean, it's a crit
but
fail.
also it is logical. Have advantage. Based on the whole.
Don't give him pity. You never give that guy pity.
To be fair, it makes a lot of sense.
Yourself.
It makes a lot of
It
sense
does.
considering what you've learned over the past
But
day.
ignore that.
So, you have your epiphany.
I'm like thinking about that Ultron-esque like link between Silkus and the first Rune Child when Silkus is trying to detect thoughts, and thinking about that, thinking why like I couldn't pull him out with Dimension Door and stuff like that. I'm gonna reach into the bag and pull out the contingency plan. I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna shake the meat off it back into the bag, and
Hibbs tax you.
I'm gonna be like, "Fuck's sake!" You actually hear that?
So, because suddenly you out of sheer surprise, switch back into Silkus and spin around, and Archibald is sitting there in the same position you last saw him, still with the book on his lap open at one of the end pages.
So what? So
Sending. I need to give the first Rune Child a way to get into my head. Use that as an anchor. You know how you linked up with him with your spell?
Yeah. Nothing came out.
I need to do that.
Yes.
What are you guys talking about?
You're like
Hi, John.
Is it important?
Is this what happens when you share a room?
It's just midnight surprise.
Midnight no talk.
revelations.
Alright, have fun.
Yeah, go back to bed. This is all a dream. Where are your pants?
I look down instinctively. Oh, not me. Wait, my pants. Oh, so.
You've accidentally assimilated your pants into your own form.
I am
No,
not.
Suzumi, you're not wearing any pants.
Finally, I've become one with denim.
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 So. So you're saying that you have to make a connection. I mean, it makes sense. It doesn't seem like it's a being of sorts.
Rune Child to Rune Child.
It's just energy. It's just raw umbral in a connection, in a form of something, but it's not. live in, as much as Umbral itself lives.
Used to be.
It's interesting that
I put my
survived
hand in
with
and
it.
I think about the first rune child, and that's what grabs it. So, that's what it is.
Are you sure? So, do you think there's a connection for all the Rune Childs then? Or is it possible that you are the first Rune Child? I mean, it connects to you.
I don't think I'm the first, but
Or are you the last? And this is the last chance it's got.
I don't know. The rune childs are created. Like, this isn't natural. Someone did this to me. I had a vision earlier today, or yesterday.
Vision.
There's
Yes.
a puddle. Sariel.
Yeah, I remember
looking
that.
like a rune child.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sariel's gone to
thoughts.
Yusen.
Well, you still know what I mean. You know what I mean when what I think about that. I don't. It could be someone trying to lure you there. I mean, I would if I wanted my own creation back like that. It's when someone loses lose all their creations or their powers, they would always have a backup plan. Like I mentioned, I'm just saying we gotta be careful on that. Don't think that it's necessarily good.
It's not a coincidence that I had the vision. My first vision I had when I was sitting in the Church of Lyra. Lyra communicates to her followers through visions.
But why would Lyra communicate with you? Why? What I'm
Because
saying.
I asked for her to.
Yeah, sure. But the idea that a optimum being like that would look out for just one insignificant person. No offense, you're not insignificant, but from the eyes of a god, why wouldn't it be someone that's powerful, that's keep an eye on you and be able to use that as a way of being like, oh, he's trying to do this. Maybe it's a way I can con him into doing like some gullible. I'm not even gullible, but
having all the answers, isn't that what defines faith?
well,
If I believe this is coming
True.
from Lyra, and I have faith that it's coming from Lyra, then
but the thing is, there's always an answer. There's always an answer.
the
You just
harder
have to
you
find
look
it.
at everything, the more you can see the negatives. But sometimes, you just have to go with your gut. And it's no coincidence that my first vision was me without tattoos, possibly sending me to the place where it all started.
Where someone could be there to jump you.
But also, I'm sure when we go to Usen, I'm not going to have a good time. That's fact of
probably
life.
good money. on that
But
one.
I mean, if you're betting, I'll take some of that action.
I bet on
I
favors now.
have a feeling that if we don't go, then Sariel becomes this. I'm going to use prestidigitation to show him the vision Sariel.
Alright,
she's
yeah.
Covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
Even wearing the same style robes as Archibald.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I pierced into your thoughts, and it's possible, don't get me wrong, but I see a manipulative mind behind this, not some deity that's some high-level creature. I see manipulative motive behind it. I don't see
So where did the manipulation start?
where it always starts. Starts with
No. Where? Was it with Korma telling Sariel about Slide? Was the Slide working for Yusen, infecting anyone who'd come by with its offspring? Was it an interference with Sariel's ability to find the creatures? He saw her cast it and was like, or saw her use that ability and was like, tap into that. make her think that, send her to Yusen. Was it like how high up does it go?
Well, that's the thing. It's not. You don't misunderstand me. You misunderstood me. Things happen, right?
I've noticed.
Things can just happen. For example, I could be just walking down one day, and then all of a sudden, bam! There's someone in a corner of the street, with no memory of anything. Then, bam! I meet a guy that I've talked before, and he's about to attack the one that just bounced out of nowhere. Then a horse comes by and attacks us all, where there's a sickly wolf and a half-elven lady.
What is with the horses in this place? Why
I
do they hate
don't
all
know. Don't know.
this? I mean, did we do something to them?
Does anyone have good animal handling?
Sariel.
Well, that's,
You walk into that one.
yeah, we don't have it that right now. What I'm saying is, in a game of strategy and a game of someone brilliantly mind, things happen, and you play it.
Yeah.
You play off it. Now, those things could have happened. Like Sariel, obviously, that's just by chance. I think that's just by chance. I mean, Pestilence, we don't know the motives behind her. We don't have a motive behind the horseman at all. But that kind of thing could happen. And someone smart, seeing it, like, just got a lucky break, and now be like, oh, we can use that. I'm just saying, it's just too coincidental that we'll all go into this one area where everything just started, and it could all go bad.
Could all go to shit. It might not. I don't know.
But the last thing we need is to go into a place where we could end up finding ourselves split.
I mean, we're already split right now.
And I'm not enjoying that. As much as I've had a lot from her little quips and whatnot, I still miss her.
Yeah.
But I don't want any more. I mean, it was enough with you gone. You and Venia, then now we got Verimas, and now Sariel. Like, I don't want to lose more of this group because I'm now invested. And, I mean, to be fair, the more I stay away from Chimera, the more fun I'm going to have. And I'm not wearing the collar or anything on me that can be identified.
Okay. To be fair, that is not necessarily identifiable by the people you're...
It's something that I've been wearing a lot, so they can identify. That's his mindset anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
They're packed away. And I just transform fully into Docs. Look, what I'm saying is Silkus is infested. I am just wanting to stay alive and stay away from Chimera. And I don't want to lose this group. I don't want to go so far on risking these kind of things. You can believe whatever you want to believe. It could be a god, it could be just some massive powerful creature, or it could be a manipulative mind behind it. The way I stay alive, the way I've stayed alive this entire time, is by being a few steps ahead. And since being in this group, looking at John and whatnot, a lot of that's been thrown out of whack. And every time I try to grab those steps ahead, one of those steps just thrown out underneath my foot, and then I stumble again. I want to gain that back, and
you keep talking like you and Silkus are two people. Well, I've got news for you. Silkus is invested because you're invested. Okay? Silkus doesn't run into danger. You run into danger. Whenever you have those stumbles back, and yet Silkus keeps pressing forward, you're the one moving each of Silkus's feet forward. You're the one that keeps pushing forward.
the way I see it,
the way you see it doesn't matter. It's the way I see it. Because you may not believe in yourself, but we believe in you.
That's lovely too. That's a lovely sentiment.
Yeah, well,
Whether
I
that's
don't do sentiment often,
that's very
so
true.
it
It's
should come with more weight.
I'm gonna go to bed.
You're bleeding. You scratched too hard.
Don't. Yeah, that's fine. It happens. I'm going to. I'm
How
sleep.
thin is your skin? Jeez, okay.
This is not to stretch. I'm going.
Keep the elf skin, dude. if you're like paper thin like that, maybe keep the elf skin.
I don't know anything about that biology, honestly. The more I don't know what. I'm gonna let you know one thing. I don't know when I'm telling a lie or saying something truthful. I don't know. I've been doing this for so long. The one thing that keeps me going is, well, you might say otherwise, but this is kind of how I see it, and this is it. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna go jump in bed and toss over quickly as possible.
Okay.
Good night. Don't have too many more epiphanies without me.
I'm gonna go have another epiphany without him.
God damn it. I don't want to get exhaustion, man.
Roll a religion check.
Day 20.
Yeah. I've got new modifiers to remember. It's not many, but I've got to remember them.
You don't have an epiphany, but you do have a pretty good understanding of what you've read in the books.
Okay.
And yeah. So moving on from Josh accidentally going into a Southern American accent for a bit there.
Yeah, you kind of went Ambrose for like half a second.
Did I?
and then you covered it up by rolling an R, and I'm like, didn't help.
You know, it's
You all get a long
thing.
rest. You wake up in the morning.
I think a guy
In
with
your
an
room
extra
in Arkenhowe.
2 epiphanies should have like exhaustion. You know.
What's your plan for today?
Shall we get to the ship before they head out for the day?
I think that's probably a good idea. I do want. What time do we know when it was going to ship out?
They said a bit after dawn, so we have a bit.
Okay.
Not enough to go back to the park. Okay. Alright.
What, you want to go beat a child again?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I brought my cane for a reason.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you all leave the inn.
Yeah.
We gotta get some breakfast, though.
And
Breakfast first.
having had breakfast, the three of you head up. You guys follow John up the west side of the docks, where he leads you to a particular ship currently making last-minute preparations to cast off.
Keeping an eye out for Sariel, but also keeping an eye
Roll
out for
perception check.
the Wharf Master.
I thought you were going to say the grandfather of the daughter of the girl.
Not one for Sariel.
After he said Wharf Master and you went to say Grandfather, I honestly thought you were going to say Grandmaster.
Yeah, not one for Sariel. Do I
Roll a
one?
second perception check.
6 for
You
the...
see neither. And if
Good.
anyone else is
Sweet.
also looking out, you may as well make a perception check.
Yeah, I might. Oh, my passive perception went up as well. I need to find out where that is on this.
How'd that work?
It's not on that because you
23.
guys all know how
No.
passive perception works.
13.
13.
Yes.
You don't see Sariel.
Okay. Well, didn't expect to.
Can't spell.
She's very, very sneaky.
Okay.
Like,
John,
that
you
barely. I don't
approach-
think it's possible for her to roll under that pass without a tracer.
No, I don't think it is either. You approach the captain that you previously spoke with, who recognizes you and gestures for you to board. As you do so,
Yep.
they board behind you and immediately address you, John, and say, "Look, we're heading into pretty dangerous regions. If you could stay out of the way, that would be appreciated.
Very happy.
Talk amongst yourselves, occupy yourselves, but please let my crew do their thing."
Do you have
Very
any
happy
do you have any brown bags? Pepper bags on you?
The edge of
What
the
is
ship will
paper?
do fine.
Oh, great. Good. No, don't worry about it. Looking forward to this. It's going to be great.
My friend here does not have his sea legs.
All three of you roll a history check.
Yes! I love history checks.
So do I.
That's a 30?
Holy fuck!
And mine is a
Natural
24.
20, 24,
13.
and 13.
Uh,
Wow.
there was one time when him and I were equal. Then he leveled up.
Two of you simultaneously remember. Well, actually, you remember slightly before he does.
Yeah. 0.5 seconds.
You recall Sariel having made potions for Silkus. You reach
John-
into the bag and you pull out some potions.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're in there. Great.
Oh.
Josh never forgot. He was actually annoyed by this whole thing.
Glenn remembered as well. Glenn wasn't about to reach into the bag.
He's going to be having a sick.
Well, you don't have to reach into the bag, Archibald, but you do remember.
Okay.
And you do also remember.
I instinctively, just as soon as we remember, Rick.
Okay.
Oh,
You reach into the
yeah.
bag.
Just holding it like this
Captain-
the entire time.
on the topic of dangerous waters, we know our way around a fight. So, if things come on deck,
If things go sour, we'll let you know. We'll make it very obvious.
yes. Just thought I'd let you know. Thank you.
Thank you for the offer. With that,
It's not really enough when you think about it. Because if they come and attack us, we're like,
the offer for
Let's
help.
hide in the cargo hold.
yeah, let's wait for it to pass.
Run!
With that, she moves away from you and starts giving the final commands to cast off.
Yeah.
The gangplank is retrieved. The ship is unhitched from all of the from the dock, and you are heaved off with the strength of a couple of the rowers, using their oars to push away from the wharf there. As you start to head out into the open sea, there's the Bol'Shoy Ocean, which
The what, sorry?
the
Bol'Shoy-
Bol'Shoy
That's a
Ocean.
fun
It's on your
word.
world map.
Yeah.
Bol'Shoy.
Which, as
Bol'Shoy.
the two of you are aware, is the largest ocean.
Oh, shit. Oh, great.
Geneva.
we were going to travel
What is
across
my
the...
geography mod? I have a history one. I want a geography one.
Yeah, there are some. Roll a straight intelligence check.
Bol'Shoy.
Your geography mod is 10. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up
God.
with the rest of them?
I mean, I would think
What's that as an intelligence check?
14.
14. You're aware of the Bol'Shoy. Like, you're not completely.
you saw it
stupid
as
to
you
go-
teleported over.
Ocean. No, I didn't.
No, I'm thinking like Willy Wonka with all the particles in
no,
the air.
actually, as I was teleporting over, I would have seen the code to the universe, and then it just says Bol'Shoy.
Yeah.
Bol'Shoy. all the answers is right there.
It was really quick. It was a miracle that I was able to read the detailed description as well. The largest ocean on the planet.
Yeah.
Planet is
you're
a
all aware of
celestial
this.
body.
You are all aware of the fact that this is the largest body of water on Geneva, and you are now sailing into it. As you pull away from the coast, the sails are unfurled, and the power of the wind begins to take you. The rowers take a little bit more of a rest. Only they remain in their wells in the ship, but they are
Very well.
mostly just there for very minor guidances in the tack.
aggressive. Fuck.
But you begin your journey. This is a 3-day travel
God.
by boat.
How long do those potions last?
You have 10 doses. 10 days.
So they're all gone.
10 days of
Yeah.
sea.
Is it that
worthiness
shared among
potions.
ourselves?
Who needs them?
I'm
You
not
do.
going to take them.
I'm not going to take them.
I need 2
trying to
doses
impress
for one
John.
day. I take 2 doses per day,
Okay.
just to be sure.
Mark 6 off
be sure,
in
to be
advance.
sure. To be sure,
Because
to be
this
sure.
is.
I don't have.
If
You,
die,
have
it
it in
won't
your
matter,
in
so-
your bag holding.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll have to mark it off.
okay. I mean, that is why I have the book.
So 6 days, 3 days, so six doses.
Yeah, mark 6 doses of that off. I don't actually think they are on there, but you can just
I
write
assume they
4
were.
doses of seasickness potions down there.
Anti-sick, seasick.
So, during this time, I will be training with John.
Okay.
I'm gonna be.
It's a relatively large flat deck on this ship.
Yeah.
The ship itself is larger than previous ones that you've travelled on. Definitely a lot bigger than the Umbra Gorgon, which was a relatively decent sized ship, but it was primarily built for speed and more military purpose than this is definitely a freighter ship. So this one's got a much
A freighter
larger
ship?
flat deck and multiple levels as well.
We're going to find the one that's least used.
Okay. The top deck out in the open is fairly
delicious.
open and free for the most part. Occasionally, as the rowers switch shifts and stuff, people move in and out, and the captain is at the stern navigating. But you have a lot of open area up here. So you spend some time training. I'd like you to roll. Let's start with one athletics check.
Oh, yay! 12.
Nice. Okay.
I'm surprised.
So you're still quite sore,
Yeah.
but you're starting to be able to push through it a little bit more, and you are working on those techniques, but also on more of the physical stuff at the moment as well.
Sure.
Silkus,
Throughout
this first day, so the 30th,
It's more
I'm gonna try and push through my queasy stomach, to and
push through my queasy
focus
stomach.
focus on. How dare you kick me?
Why do you have burgers on your socks?
Cause they're fun.
You eat the least amount of burgers.
There are more
out of
calories in
anyone
your
I know.
socks than there are in your fucking meals.
Sorry.
Anyway, continue.
Leg day is always great for me.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna try and focus on a couple things. I'm gonna focus gonna read those 2 new books I got, and I'm also gonna so basically 3 things: focus on the books, work on the communication devices, and then try and analyze the tats of Archibald.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
All right. Come on.
So straight
come on.
intelligence for this first one.
Come on.
Actually, you know what? Make this a straight wisdom because it makes more sense. Straight wisdom.
Oh, that was so 19.
Why are you complaining?
Because I could have had a 22. No, straight into. I could have had 23.
You pick up on a lot of these strategies in the
Yeah.
books pretty quickly, and you get to know a few of the different gambling games around that are common around Chernobyl. To the point where you're pretty familiar with the rules and you can put them into action
Sweet.
pretty easily. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay. This is the one I need that 18 for. Come on.
That's a shame.
You know what? Fuck you. I hope that you get shin splints in that workout. Oh, that's so much nicer. 28. Hold on.
What was that, natural?
Hold on.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, 28. 19.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
I can almost get a 30.
Mark-
And I 20.
Mark off Jesus Christ.
I'm,
Mark off for this first day. Mark off 2 days from your downtime.
Yes. Oh my god, it's almost a fortnight. Actually, no, I'm under a fortnight now. Great.
Is that your? Is that your device? Is that is your device? That downtime, isn't it?
Yep.
Or is that you weren't working on anything else? Okay.
Mate, I had like 3 levels of exhaustion at one point for that device.
Okay.
It's a very important thing that I've been doing on for most of this campaign.
Cool. Nice.
Actually,
Finally, roll one last Arcana check for me.
come on. Okay, that's all right. That's 15.
15. You also make some more progress on Archibald's tattoos.
Okay.
The understanding of them is you're starting to unravel you're starting to unravel
I see everything.
to the point where when you're learning a new topic. So this is what I'm going to compare it to. When you're learning a new topic, you go into it and you know fucking nothing about it, and everything's way out of your league. You're like, I don't understand anything here. But then you start to delve into it a little bit. You start to understand the basics, and you start to think, okay, yeah, this is fine. But then you hit like a certain point where you understand enough of the fundamentals to where you see the rest of it, and you're like, holy fuck, this is complicated. That's what you've hit now.
Fuck.
You've unraveled this to the point. You've unraveled the information in these tattoos to the point where you're now like, holy crap.
Who made this?
I'm Dirk Gently, except instead I don't see everything or understand any of it. I've chipped at an iceberg, basically.
It's the first second.
You're at the point.
Right there.
You're at the point of realizing
Could be
that
so old.
the amount of research that has gone into the creation of these tattoos, the ship's dog barks.
No, that's me. Upon realizing this, that's me.
The amount of research and development that's gone into the creation of these tattoos is just insane.
So what is it like? Is it like a mix of bioorganic umbral mixed with?
With the map of
technical-
the tattoos, you're only really starting to understand the very, very, very basics. Because do you speak Abyssal, or do you know Abyssal?
No, I think it's hold on, give me a second. Elvis and Orcish. That's all I
Okay.
know.
You are understanding. You're not understanding how they interact with the body, but you're starting to You're starting to delve into the way that they store and release energy,
Oh god.
and how they are modulated to do so.
Alright.
You are very early stages of this, though.
Oh, now I'm wondering if I could start using this stuff towards the communication device and other items. Ooh, mad scientist. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna continue doing that for the rest of the time. Probably come up.
Okay.
I'll come up sometime
Because
soon.
that's the best thing for motion sickness is looking at one
Into the-
thing really closely, focusing intently.
Looking at into the abyss, basically. Oh.
Anytime I'm not training with John, I'm going to be reading.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Because I got shit all else to do.
Archibald, can I borrow some parchment and stuff from you for a second?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just take it out of the bag.
Yeah.
At one point. That's
By the way, you can mark off a day from your training, or add a day.
I already
onto
have
it.
it.
so curious to know what you're going for. So curious.
I'm gonna
Barbarian.
take out the ruins of my old book and kind of start going through them and I'm like assembling a like proposal for my like economic plan specifically for
Yes.
Yusen, like
Okay.
tailored to like, oh yeah, here are the benefits, here's how it fits with your local economic geography.
Store your money in the cloud.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you've taken out the 3 pages from the bag. Did you know they were there? As in, did John know they were there?
I feel like I've heard you mention it, but I don't remember whether it was in character or
I
not.
think
Yeah.
you might have mentioned in character, yeah.
I've taken a few out. I've got a few pages, like 3 or 4. I can't remember how much.
There was only like 3 or 4. Yeah.
There were three.
Yeah.
3 of John's pages.
So like, those are the ones that you'll get.
Yeah.
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 So it's like all the parchment that I've apparently got in this. For a nerd, I'm not that great at it.
Yeah.
So you begin writing up this proposal.
Yeah.
During the time that he's doing that, because obviously not training 24/7, roll
That'd be the
your
worst.
religion check. Okay.
15.
You're starting to get the idea of how religions function on Genova. You know, you're understanding how paladins and clerics come to be and how they work and what they do. You're understanding what each god stands for and the tenets and teachings of each. And you're also in your third book. You're also you have seen how smaller religions and more cult-like followings crop up around things that aren't necessarily widely recognized, like the 6 main gods are.
Alright.
But so you that's what you get.
I think it gets to a point where like I come up, and I just like you in like a small room or something. Or where would you be?
Reading, probably the galley.
All right. If there's a door there, I just like knowing he's there, I just slam it open, just like, fuck, you're complicated.
So are you! Emotionally speaking.
Oh God.
What are you yelling at me for?
Okay, come with me if you want to actually find something that if you're in the mood to not understand something, come with me.
I close my books. I put them carefully into the bag of holding, avoiding hitherless meat. And then I will follow loud and interrupty up
So-
to where he is.
Loud interrupt.
Interrupty, yeah. Oh, God, this is. I usually like Silk is like just muttering to himself a bit. Alright, so in cause to my study, like okay, so your tattoos. What do you know about them?
They light up and I make things blow up.
Right, so that's like the front cover of a book, almost. Except this book is like
a carborundum and written in abyssal.
Okay, so you got the title of the book. Now, there's so much more. This is like the Tolkien of books.
Various parts of them are
Okay.
like various spells that spread across like the entire body into
Right.
the emitters. So
Alright, so you got
hands,
the inside
head.
of the front cover then. Great. There's so much more to that than you and I ever imagined. And I'm gonna spend like the time showing him everything that I've been researching, everything I've been looking into, showing him the entire, basically the universe kind of destruction of
That one there and
destruction.
that one there and that one there. They light up for magic missile. I'm pretty sure that one's projectile. That one is force,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah.
one is range.
Yeah, but there's so much more to that. There's actual levels upon levels upon levels on there. You don't even understand what you don't even understand. I don't even
Of course, I
understand.
don't understand what I am.
You want to talk about faith? Oh, this is something that you can answer, but we're going to a place that
Clearly
created
something
this.
we can't answer. We're not.
Not yet, but we can, and that's what is terrifying.
Silkus,
and
go to
amazing.
sleep.
No,
It worked last time. I thought it'd work again.
I'm not tired. I am.
Say Freighter Town.
Look, I'm not tired.
Afraid of town.
Look, I'm not tired. I'm wired. Okay.
How much coffee have you had today?
Honestly, none.
I'm high
I'm
on
kind-
life.
Yeah, I'm high on whatever the fuck we're all made of. Okay, and I spend like the entire time like, please,
So if you're
I need
gonna-
your help.
If you're going to go into depth with
Yeah.
Archibald about this, it can't happen today.
Alright.
You don't have
We
enough time.
start
But
to it.
you do get this conversation in.
Yeah.
And
then- yeah.
and then come in. Yeah. So
Right. We'll continue this tomorrow.
you
Okay. Do I get any more insights into my tattoos?
Yeah, does he get anything?
we will discover that because at the moment he's not actually giving you any information. He's just like told you that he's way out of his own league. But you all get another long rest if you happen to need it.
That's the most I got.
As we move into
Gloomdale.
the first of Soul
Mystery.
Rising.
Don't say. Oh right, what days are these?
The first of Soul Rising. It is
As you
literally just
now, enter
Oh shit,
the
we got
season of Soul. Sorry,
So sorry, the first you said?
the first. Yep.
What was the day that we started on when we started the
You
session?
left at you started in the evening of the 29th. So
That was the evening.
you then slept immediately at the start of the session. You spent the next, and then you went to the ship, and you've left on the 30th. And now the 30th has happened. You're sleeping on the ship, and it's the 1st.
Alright, cool.
So,
Good.
for this next day, you two are going to work on that for how long? Are you going to spend the whole day on it?
I mean, I'm gonna continue. I want to get to the
I'm
communication.
gonna let him
soon.
figure out more by himself. And
I'll
then I'm
call
gonna
him
come
when I
in
need
and
some
steal the
help.
glory. So I'll be like working out to the
Goddamn
start,
professors.
and then I'll go do my own reading
Okay.
because I got shit to do as well. And then
Hey, this is more
Athletics
beneficial
check?
to you.
yes,
What are you doing?
Yes!
So you're obviously helping him
Yeah, I'm
train.
helping
perfectly
him.
midline.
How are you doing this?
Perfectly average in every way.
What are you doing on your turn? Besides training him?
Like small, like I think afterwards probably like still trying to make the, like still trying to work on the exact wording I want for my proposal, and also socializing Hubeleth with the ship's dog.
Okay, roll
I'm being very careful here.
roll an intelligence check
Oh,
For
you know.
Hubeleth or for me?
for your
Hey.
for your
Are you
for your proposal.
teaching?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
teaching Hibbs to play with his food?
Oh shit!
Well, that proposal didn't go great. Okay, so that's
Thank you,
4.
4. Okay, so you're kind of hitting a bit of a writer's block.
Yeah.
Like you're used to writing in informative tone as opposed to in more of a marketer
Advertising
style.
tone, yeah.
So you're kind of hitting a bit of a writer's block here today as
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out how you're going to word this proposal. But after kind of giving up on that, you head over to Hibboleth and start to try to associate the two animals. Roll an animal handling check, please.
Just
Oh no.
ready at any second to... Oh, it wasn't great. Ready at any second to just grab onto him if necessary.
Just like your arms down here as you're socializing him,
And
ready to just
4.
Four.
onto his back.
Hibboleth follows your commands to a T. Anytime you ask Hibboleth to do anything,
Yeah.
it seems to understand and do exactly what you want. Alternatively, the ship's dog is terrified of Hibboleth and refuses to get within
Yeah.
like 20 feet of the
Yeah.
of your animal.
That's a pretty brave dog.
You try to associate them, but anytime you approach the dog, when Hibboleth is in sight, it starts to growl and snap at you,
Yeah.
and you eventually kind of
Give up on it and go,
you're
alright,
like,
maybe not.
not the best idea
Yeah.
at the moment.
It's alright, hippie. He's just shy. Don't worry.
Silkus, working on the same
that
three
dog's gonna go
things?
missing. Yeah, same things again. Yeah.
Are you still studying the gambling and chess books, or are you happy?
They're
with
more of
your-
a light read now.
Okay, so I'll say this. So I'll say you're working more intensely on the two other projects at this point.
Yeah.
Rolling Arcana check for actually. Give me a sec. Go ahead and roll.
Not bad. Yeah.
So have we passed through the scar at this point?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'm actually pretty up with it. Yeah, I don't want you to roll.
I want to roll though.
What's that, sorry?
I want to roll though.
I know you do. You did. No.
I just want to roll for fun.
I know, because you...
I like making Arcana checks. They always treat me right.
I used to like it until you fucking leveled up.
Just wait for next level when it becomes 13.
Why? Oh.
Enough. Okay, make it an Arcana check.
Yeah, okay. That's 25.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mark off
I can
another
be
2
pleasant.
days
Oh, you can
from
be.
your
Yeah.
devices. Have you paid the full price for them yet?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Oh, you're going to get DRM locked.
This is a demo. You can pass the first level.
No, we paid for
We
half.
put a lot of funds into it from the beginning.
Yeah, we paid half. Oh, we put a pause on it because Archibald decided to go be heroic.
Well, sorry, I saved Fenrir.
And then pretty much made us all go after you. We
Mark,
did put a
you still
pause on
mark-
it.
You can still mark 2 days off.
We did put a
but
pause
I'm pretty
on it,
sure
that's
that you
true.
haven't paid the entirety. So
Yeah.
you're approaching the point with this project where you no longer have the materials.
Yeah.
And you're mainly working on the theory at this stage. It'll be putting it into practice, actually finally assembling the items.
Yeah.
That will be the rest of the cost.
Finally, I went to a place that's full of tech and whatnot. So, last one.
Finally, roll another Arcana check for me for Archibald's tattoos. You're actually participating in this, aren't you, Archibald?
Well,
I think I was going to wait for him to
Yeah.
either have a breakthrough or a breakdown before I
Fair
jumped
enough.
into
it's a
help.
toss of the coin of that one.
It's a D2 roll.
That's a 23. It's a 23 on that
23.
one. Yeah.
You are chipping away. You are
you, though.
chipping away very, very slowly.
You
at
started
this.
a marble sculpture of me. How nice.
Oh.
You've definitely at this point realized
Give
that
it
this is
shit,
some
please.
seriously high level arcane knowledge that's going into this,
It's a
and
lot more
many,
needed.
many years and possibly lifetimes from more than just one person of research.
It's like trying to cram last session on a entire topic. It doesn't work. Not usually. In case Glenn just tries to contradict what I said.
You are
Contradict what he just said.
so because you are 100% aware that it is entirely your basis at the academy that has gotten you this far. If you didn't have the knowledge you already had, you wouldn't have hit this point of not understanding. You would have been stuck at the very beginning. It's so complicated that even those with a decent knowledge can't crack through the start.
Yeah. Education's good unless, you're an experimentation. So.
I'm an experimentation.
Oh, my patience.
I'm in danger.
Go banana!
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so, pretty much hitting a wall soon. Yeah, but I'll do that for the day. Where am I located in this? Am I like in my room, or what is there on this ship?
The three of you have been essentially bedding down in the cargo hold, mainly
Right.
because it's the only place that they have, and B, it's away from. It gets you out of the way while you're asleep, while you're not able to either
Sleeping
help
on a
out
pallet
or just
rack.
move.
Ugh.
So it actually, the cargo here it's non-perishable. Doesn't smell particularly bad down here. Because it
Oddly,
seems
they
like
were
it's a
just
well-maintained
transporting pillows this trip.
Yeah.
He said needs a lot of pillows.
It's
Large
everything's crated, so you don't actually know what's in the cargo.
It's the
But
main story arc.
it is it is a well-maintained ship.
Yep.
Doesn't stink. It's actually relatively pleasant. You've been in worse cargo holds.
Have we? Have we been in cargo holds?
You have, I think.
I'm sure-
We have. I don't think you have.
You've
Yeah,
never-
that's right,
This is the
that's
worst
special.
one you've ever had. Yeah, so when it gets late at night, I'm probably going to go up before I go to sleep and want to mingle with some of the sailors while doing their thing.
Can I just,
You don't get much of a
resolve-
chance. Most of the sailors are either asleep
Yeah.
or actively working, and you
There's
were,
no
and
one-
you were explicitly told to stay out of their way
Yeah,
while they were
so
working.
is there no group that's just chatting and drinking?
No, it's a pretty efficient skeleton crew.
Wow.
It's here to get the ship across the journey, they take shifts based on a very tight regiment. Those who are not actively working take the time to eat and sleep.
Fair enough.
And that's about it.
Alright, I'm actually more comfortable with that.
What were you saying?
Like before he like jumped us forward like 8 hours, I just wanted to do like my reading rolls and shit like that.
I thought I already had you do them.
No.
Oh, okay.
You like made me roll for my athletics, and I scored exactly 10.
I swore you do religion. Anyway, go ahead and roll your religion.
I do like how you've chosen the one
13.
check that you're not like.
Also
at.
roll a straight.
It's actually
Way to
comforting.
do it.
Makes me feel better
Roll a
about
straight
your
wisdom check for me. Natural 20.
I think I've rolled more natural 20s tonight than I have in the entire rest of the campaign. And now I get Oscar's breath in my ear. Do you want to go outside and do this?
Don't worry. It's being masked by the sound of Sif just very noisily drinking water.
No. What are you up to, John?
Okay. Cool.
Do you have the PDF on you?
Dude,
You don't have to read it, but
I'm going to. Hi guys! He needs a peppermint.
I brushed my teeth before this. Thank you very much.
For this particular moment, because it's scripted.
Been talking for an hour and a half.
Right.
My voice stinks.
I'm on over this side, so I'm happy.
I would like you to roll a natural 20 so you get whispers.
I haven't.
Fully awkward.
I don't think I've rolled a
I'd
natural
like to let
20
you
on these
know
things.
that DC was extremely high.
Good.
And I didn't plan to
So was that 24?
straight up tell you to make this connection. I was waiting for you to do it yourself. But okay. I'm going to say something about that.
Read everything else.
Keep going.
I mean,
So-
you guys are doing your thing. I'm doing my thing.
Is there anything else? Because John, you have extra time to do it. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I will. Firstly, which isn't going to take up much time. Is the ship's not moving like super fast at the moment? It's going like cargo ship speed, I guess.
Yeah, it's not. No, yeah, it's definitely not moving particularly fast.
Okay, because if the sea is like pretty calm today, I do want to like climb down the side and just test out the ring of water walking, just to make sure that it works and it's not incredibly difficult to balance or something.
Okay. The sea is. I mean, you're out in the middle of the ocean. It's
Yeah.
as calm as it's about as calm as it's gonna get.
Yeah,
So you kind of assess the situation,
just like one.
kind of
Yeah.
hop, straddle the bulwarks for a second, and then hop down over, grabbing it, and then eventually. It's a bit against your instincts, but you let go,
Yeah.
and you land standing on water.
And you take
Yeah.
how many damage for falling?
Not much. It's
I
not very high
didn't
up.
imagine the ship to be like a behemoth.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a couple levels, but you only dropped like your body length, so you were practically
Yeah.
already touching the water when you were hanging over the edge.
Yeah. So like have a little bit of walk around, just like, okay, so this does work the way that I felt it would. And then I'll just leap up, try and grab onto the ledge and haul myself back up.
There's a brief moment of panic as the ship is moving. Like
Yeah.
it's faster than you realised.
Just like, I have to run a bit.
Oh god! You run across the water for a bit. A wave comes at you. You kind of hop up onto the wave, and then it breaks behind you, and then you jump up onto the ship. But you have now walked on water for your first time.
Yay.
And
He's checking out the calendar.
That is very recent.
I will try to continue working on my proposal.
If I see him do that at some
Yeah.
point, just because I've gone and got some food or whatnot,
Ye-
I do say you can mention use the name Newid, because I do have
What a bitch.
there's still a possibility.
I think that would be a thing to mention in person, probably.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
So bad.
I'm trying to summarize its own merits.
No, understandable.
I'm also mad that you managed to roll at nat 20 because that was supposed to be something that I didn't
It's
reveal to you that
Very
soon.
likely that he does that.
You come back to your proposal
Yeah.
after having had a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Roll another intelligence check for me. Actually, make it a charisma check.
Hooray!
I suppose make it a persuasion check because that makes sense.
Hooray! 12.
12. Okay.
Could I have,
You've gotten past the
given
writer's
him help,
block and you start to. Are you actively there helping him?
Well, I was
Are you-
there just giving some point on. Actually, I'll probably on some lunch break or something. I'll give him some pointers on because that's my thing. I can do
Before
that.
E, except
Yeah.
after C.
So I give him little pointers. So could I?
Are you going to allow that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's
Then-
got experience with this kind of negotiation.
Go ahead and roll. with
Negotiations, a lot
advantage.
of
So,
negotiations,
roll a
just a lot of
second one.
bullshit.
Aha! Cool. 22.
Yeah.
22.
Nice.
Okay. You pretty much complete your first draft of the proposal, and you're pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
With Silkus' help, you've managed to write up something that is worded very well. As you kind of read it to yourself, you're like, this would convince me.
Yeah.
And you're not exactly the most...
Easily to convince. Easy to convince.
exactly. You're pretty skeptical for the most part.
Mind if I
you're
have
pretty happy with
a
it.
look at
Oh,
it?
yeah. Read through.
I'll read through it and see
Yeah,
if
please.
it stands for basically high tier.
Roll a straight charisma check.
Ooh.
Oh.
That didn't hurt, but that was weird. Okay, that's not bad. Charisma, you sure? Charisma. 16.
16. You are impressed with it. John has a way with writing. It's clear that he's had many years of experience in writing, just not this particular kind of letter. And you're pretty impressed with it.
Well, this is good. I'm sure this persuaded a lot of people, actually.
It's good to hear you say that.
And
I
was
am
quite impressed.
really hoping that I can get this balls to start rolling somewhere.
That'd be good, actually. I'm curious to see where this goes. Any way to get money as part of the, as quick as possible, help anyone. Me mostly, but that's fine.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do this day that isn't
On this day,
downtime?
I'm kind of doing all my stuff.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty much heavy for my stuff. Chipped out to help John. Probably
Distracted me a bit.
distracted him a little bit. Actually, I could, if I come out to talk, I probably could talk to him, help him out with a little bit of religion, because I do have some decent religion knowledge. At +5.
And are you discussing what you learned on the
Yeah,
tattoos,
in
or-
mid discussion
Can
as
you-
well.
Do me a favor and roll a perception check. as
Mr.
you walk in
DM,
the room.
should I...
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, God. I heard
Is
the
that-
rest of that sentence.
Actively trying to hide this from you at the moment.
17.
So you just
You know what? Fuck you.
Did you roll 16?
are you just in the cargo hold at a time when I am also likely to enter there?
No, I'm like reading these books in the galley because I know it's got a door. And
Okay.
I'm hiding the books whenever the door,
Yep.
whenever the door gets slammed open by Loudy and the interrupty.
Nah, I'm not being loud this time, but I do come in like, oh, sorry, I didn't...
You catch the brief as
Okay.
you speak. You catch the briefest of glances at the title of one of
Look,
the books,
I don't want...
which,
yeah.
as you see, the title is
How to kill a doppelganger.
Oh, in 3 easy steps.
First one is kill them.
You
Next
catch,
two, celebrate.
you catch the two
The
words.
sequel is How to Bury the Body.
You catch the two words in theism, followed by the author's first name, Werner.
Werner. Werner
You
Thiessen.
don't.
That's how I
You don't catch any of the rest of the title or the author's surname.
Sorry, Archibald, I don't want to pry, as one that likes to keep things private themselves. But are you looking into something?
I'm just doing a bit of reading.
Is there anything I could help you with? With our minds, you know.
You ever heard the name Werner Tenpenny before?
With all my reading,
a
be
history check.
history. I'm so glad I caught that. That would have been painful.
That, yeah.
26.
26. You have indeed heard the name Werner Tenpenny.
That sounds familiar.
You are aware of the fact that she is a halfling author who travels Genoa, specifically seeking out information on not only the accepted main 6 religions, but also on smaller cult followings and the science behind theism, as it were, as well as the
That makes sense. Why I know it.
the foundations of theism and religion, as it were.
Oh, that's the woman that went searching for the different kind of connections between the religions and whatnot.
Well,
Of sorts. There's more to it. I mean, she did delve into the connection between science and whatnot, which is kind of what was probably.
pretty
how
sure
I
she's got a
remember.
direct line to the Calamities. Or at least war.
I'm sorry.
Pretty sure she's got a direct line to the Calamities. At least war.
Okay, say that one more time.
Pretty sure she's got a direct connection to the Calamities. At least war.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
What?
How many times do you want me to say it?
So, and you're gonna keep that hidden from us, or what? Were you waiting until you got more information?
I was waiting till I got more information.
Yeah, no, don't do it with that one. Any kind of information is good, no matter how little it is.
Do you really want this information right now?
You know, I probably do. It's a nice break between what I've been studying.
We fought war
Yeah.
on the 17th last month. On the 18th, this book was published. When this book was published, on the 18th,
A Floor Fallen.
yeah,
Alright, yeah, of course.
this book, literally a day after, mentions a new member joining the ranks, rising past the lower levels.
So you're
in
saying...
exchange for more earthly power.
Hold on. So what you're saying is that So the horsemen have a what's the word I'm looking for?
War has an army,
Yeah.
and someone joined that army.
Yeah,
essentially
yeah.
skipped several steps. They're known as the right hand of war.
I wonder if we
Sinister hand of war.
The sinister hand of war.
I wonder if we
Sinister right hand of war.
I wonder if we actually know who that could be.
I'm pretty sure I've got a very, 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 very good idea from when she shot me in the chest.
Yeah. I was definitely thinking her. So hold on. So how does the book know? So
It was published a day after. I don't know if they put out a press release or if...
no, of course they wouldn't. Not that soon. No, to the idea that someone of their own joined the army that attacked them.
I think Werner's a good way to get information on the...
Only someone like Suzumi's brother would do something like that. Sorry, I'm
Do you
not
hear
here.
John?
I just couldn't.
Always.
myself.
Never. I hear so many voices.
It's like
It's never ending.
why is he the voice of my conscience?
Well, he's not the voice of my conscience. Mine's Dick Van Dyke.
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying there. So someone's published that. So best chance to get more. Exactly where did So just Genova, she was just traveling around.
You knew that she was a halfling who travelled around Genoa gathering this information.
So she's probably actually chasing war at the moment. I mean, if
Or in league with him.
that was also another thought of mine.
Anyway, what do you want me for?
Well, at first I was gonna discuss with the universal map of that is your tat, but this got me curious. If you would you like to if you want like to help me let me help you out with anything. I did study a bit of it.
I'll ask, but
Definitely not
at the
arcane.
moment I need to
No, that's
like
totally fine.
practice my physicality more than I need to practice this.
Well, the way I see it, now, obviously, I'm a bit biased here, but
I did leg day today and I can't
Oh,
stand up.
what's leg day? What's a leg
It's
day?
painful.
Okay,
What are
and that's
your
meant to make you
legs?
good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how either, but I trust John. I'm
Alright,
pretty
I mean-
sure he's not messing with me.
You know,
First day, he was absolutely messing with me, but I
That makes
don't
sense.
think he is anymore.
okay.
I hope
okay.
he's not. What do you need me for?
Oh, well, I was just well, I just wanted to see if I could give you some help on anything,
I
but it looks like
appreciate
you've
that.
delved into that pretty quickly. If you want later tonight, I'm still delving into that map. If you're curious, I can show you what else I found.
Sure.
It's not really as much as I was able to find before, but the way I see it, you're working on your physicality, but it's really, in my opinion, the area that you should not focus the most on. Now, granted, it's probably the weakest out of it, just by comparison.
Definitely. No, my personality. Never mind.
Yours and mine is this. Not this or whatever you did with leg day. What other days are there? There's
Pretty sure there's like upper body and legs.
Oh.
John explained it to me on the first day, but I'm pretty sure I was vomiting at that point. So
Do you think there's like a hand day or like finger day? Because have you seen him flex his hand?
no,
I didn't think that was possible.
I haven't paid that close attention to. Has he tried to punch you?
I don't remember, but if he did, he probably caused a concussion, which made me not remember. So
Okay.
possibly. I mean, I don't always get punched. The only ones that ever punch me is Sariel. And you know that's.
I'd like
caused me
to
problems.
find out if Silkus actually wants to find Sariel at this point. With everything that he's saying, I'd like to.
Roll an insight check.
What do I roll? What do I roll?
Are you trying to
Are you
hide
trying
your
to hide
intentions?
or
I just want to see what I should roll against this.
It's a 20.
20?
20? Do you think that
Yeah,
you're-
I'll roll either
Do
one.
you think is the DC for the truth, regardless of what the truth is the DC for the truth below 20? Or 20 or below.
Okay. You get a sense that he is. He definitely is wanting to to bring her back because he's grown accustomed. But I mean, they've never seen eye to eye at all. So
Okay.
it's kind of like that. Like, oh, we should definitely because it's good for everyone. Less for a one-on-one kind of situation. Just simple. He's kind of been doing it more for the group than for his own self.
Okay.
It's not that he doesn't want it there, it's just... Yeah.
With that insight check, we are going to go on break.
I gotta leave in the last half.
You gotta run!
Not yet. I got an hour and a half, so I'm good.
Okay.
No,
But I
that's
want
not what we were
food.
referring
No.
to.
Oh, fuck! You guys don't see it, but there's a window above me. I'll see you guys later.
We will see you guys shortly. Jesus Christ. We will see you guys shortly. In the meantime, go to the toilet, refill your popcorn, get something else to eat, refill a drink, whatever you need to
I
do.
get some food.
And we'll be back with the mid-show after show very
I thought you
soon.
said Ninja Turtle.
With the Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
We will be back with the Ninja Turtle shortly.
My backup character. Now because there's some because they have a blink pop, and they got that because I forgot the character Percy had in the person when the caravan that had all the pups left, and she's like, "What about this?" I'm like, "Oh, well, you got a pup now."
Is this what we're talking about on Misha After Show today, are we?
Yeah, mate, my campaign.
Welcome back, everybody.
If you want to,
We're here
if you want to take part in a better campaign,
with the Misha After Show.
We really shouldn't be surprised that some people don't know how to like be prepared for the start of the stream.
Glenn is missing because I
Yelled at him multiple times with no results.
Yeah.
Glenn,
What?
hi.
Are you aware that we've started again?
Yes.
Oh, because the live stream's in there, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you, Mick,
Right, I was
for using your Twitch Prime sub. That was fantastic. Thank you
I
very
was
much.
getting cancelled.
what a
Welcome,
time.
everybody in chat. If you have questions for us, feel free to ask.
We got a resubs.
Josh is eating.
I
raw
really
chicken.
want to go and look at this Midsummer Murders bot.
Oh, why?
Give the show a watch. It's fun. It's campy but fun. The mysteries are good.
Midsummer Murders
It's not
is
campy.
good.
It's British. There's a slight difference.
There's a very slight difference.
Right.
Which is very sad if you happen to be British and want to present as camp because no one can tell.
Midsummer Plots is what it's called. A one-armed arms dealer is found thrown naked into a 200-degree sterilizer. This is the one that Glenn told us about earlier. Suspicion falls on Tunbridge Unwell's Welly Wanger team. Angry that a tarot reading using an ancient deck of tarot cards might threaten unconventional relationships.
Sounds like I've got some ideas
so
for
the
my
So the Wellywanga team is some kind of football team?
I'm pretty sure it's like competitive rain boot throwing or gumboot throwing.
Maybe like
Yeah, that makes
lacrosse,
sense.
but with gumboots.
No, that's stupid.
Like, as much as
Why?
competitive gumboot throwing is stupid, I do think it is a thing. I think I've seen
Yeah.
videos of it.
Oh, it's basically horseshoes, but with gumboots. You throw a gumboot and you have to get it over a peg.
I thought it was like shot put, but with gumboots. Maybe I'm misremembering.
But you can throw a gumboot so far. You
How
might as
heavy are
well,
those gumboots for shot put?
Who the fuck is English and wants to walk that far every time they throw a gumboot? I feel like it'll be more like a...
I feel like they don't have a choice.
Really depends on how strong they are.
So the professional gumboot throwers
So,
under a suspicious party. They're a suspect. In this.
Guys, we don't have any ideas for the mid-show after show.
This is
No,
my
no,
idea. I had this idea before the stream. Okay,
no, we're going to talk about Crisidale.
No, we're not.
How do you
leave, Glenn.
All right.
Um,
I need more water anyway.
Yeah,
Feel
that's
free
true.
to talk about whatever you want.
nah.
So why
I
did
think
you...
we'll just stay completely silent until he gets back. How about that? So what I was just talking about was a Twitter account that Glenn mentioned before the stream. It's called Midsummer Murders Bot, and it's just a Twitter account bot that generates plot lines that you would find in an episode of Midsummer Murders, which I used to love that show. I used to watch it
So
all the
good.
damn time.
I still watch it. Does that work?
And 100% that is a plot that you would expect to find. I'll go over it again. A one-armed arms dealer
I mean, they've got an entire Twitter feed.
is found
Yeah.
thrown naked into a 200-degree sterilizer. Now, already this is looking very Midsummer Murders. Suspicion falls on Tunbridge Unwell's Wellywanga team.
Willowanga. That sounds like it sounds like an Australian town though. Willowanga. It sounds like
Well, if you make it into one word, it does. But
put a hyphen.
it's just it's this is a very amusing Twitter account. I've seen it around before, but I never followed it. I'm going to follow it now because that is just too funny, and I can't ignore it.
I got a question for you guys. I've been thinking about I have the random thought like for weeks now, but like
Trev
I always
says thank
think
you for eating directly into the microphone. I appreciate that as well.
you fucking can't talk, you prick, over Discord. I know this guy.
At least
that
that's
guy,
not streamed.
that guy. When we were doing
See, the difference is Trev's food was crunchy. Your food is not.
I don't care. The times we recorded for Water Bros, which was our YouTube channel years ago, he would always open bags or something and start eating when we're doing something.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Always.
that is an opportunity. That is an invitation. Go watch some of the Water Bros stuff.
Oh,
It's still online.
don't do
Josh
that.
is really proud of it.
Sure, go for it.
Have a
Oh,
new visitor, everybody. She doesn't want to stop.
Hey, Seth.
She doesn't want to
Hi.
stop bashing on our door, so she's going to be on stream.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
she
It's
doesn't
the one
like.
thing Sif likes is attention.
Hold on. There we go.
Sif
So-
is very sweet and very shy.
She's very lovely. So, my question: if you guys were to choose any ability, feat, even a spell, not excluding wish, let's be honest, as a ability of yours,
In real life or in
in real life, yeah.
Real
What
life.
would
Any
you guys
spell.
one spell except for wish? Because come on,
any one spell or ability?
yeah,
Are we limited by spell slots?
one spell
Like,
slot,
so we only got one spell slot a day.
yeah.
Then I don't want any.
Oh.
That's bullshit.
No, I'll say you have like as many as you would have level 5.
So like three spell slots total, but you can only use this one spell.
Yeah, but that also includes like a feature, like an ability or a feat itself.
There are some cool feats, but
like,
come the
just
fuck on. I'm just going to scroll all the way down to level 9.
You don't have to
Spells
answer it if you
here.
don't like it.
Time stop.
Yeah, sure.
Teleport.
True polymorph.
Sure.
Clone. As much as it's kind of,
Simulacrum. Fuck, Simulacrum
Yeah.
would be amazing.
yeah, as much as some of them are kind of boring choices, it's also like, well, given that some of them are very effective at preventing my own death.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. If you died, you had a clone. Technically, you still did die.
Depends on your school of thought.
Well, you're the original one. You're the one who died.
Evocation.
If okay.
Like, it also kind of depends on
Unless you're necromancer.
how
Power
the
kill.
magic works.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
in this world is a commoner. Power word kill.
Be a fucking murderer. Okay.
I would go teleport because do you know how much time I spend
That's a good one.
traveling
That's a good one.
every week?
Yeah. Honestly, if
Dude,
we're actually being...
of all people, we live 20 minutes from each other.
Yeah.
If we're actually being
And I
serious,
have to
yeah.
drive to your D&D campaign.
I would drive to yours, but you don't do it there. You do it here, which is worse.
Yeah. If I have to suffer, everyone else does as well.
Yeah, for your information, everyone, this is like an hour away for both of us.
Yeah, if we're actually
If
being
we don't
serious
do
here,
45 minutes.
If we
True
don't do an
polymorph.
episode. True polymorph? That's a good one.
I don't necessarily need to teleport if I can turn into a dragon and fly.
I don't know if that would
I would be
exist in this
perfectly
world, but
happy
sure.
with that.
Alright, so true polymorph, teleportation,
I'm thinking.
meteor swarm.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm tossing it up between clone and resurrection.
Wait, I know which one you choose.
True resurrection.
I mean, if you're gonna... There's other things besides the spells also, just to let you guys know.
No, it's
Yeah.
just spells.
Like,
Alright, here's one for you, Michael. You'd probably be able to do this with, like, other things as well, but drawing on the deepest fears... Oh, yeah, put it on my side of the table. Drawing on the deepest fears
You have the
of a group
entire
of
side.
creatures, you create illusory creatures in their minds, visible only to them. Each creature in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within a range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes frightened. Illusion calls on the creature's deepest fears, manifesting its worst nightmares as an implacable threat. Is that implacable? Implacable? I don't know.
Implacable.
Is implacable a word?
Yeah.
And if so, what does it mean?
Um,
Go on vocabulary person?
what? Hold on seconds. What?
See, I would...
Why is this my title?
Because
You're like a scarecrow.
I genuinely had to ask you what a word you used last night meant.
Wait.
So,
Oh yeah.
The way I
yeah,
say
but that okay. I wouldn't have known. To be fair, yeah. So implacable. It's placating.
what? Sorry. What?
I'm reading chat. This is what happens when we all read chat, guys. Just so that you know.
Oh, see, this is what I was saying, right? Okay, so you have... What was your one?
Clone.
Alright, so what I would have done... What my one would be... Now, this is very small game compared to all of your stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you'd go for weird.
I was going for...
Because it's a fun concept.
I was going for the actor's feat. But... the changeling's ability to basically change their voice as much as they want.
If we
I would
if
be
we alter this
the
question a little bit to
World's greatest voice actor. I would do audible and all kinds of things. And I'll make a fuck ton of money. Very small, but you know what? It fits well with the real world.
Josh wants to be a very
if
small
we're,
actor.
if we're changing this question to be feats only,
Hey, it sounds small.
I do like the idea of.
Yeah, sure, let's do feats. Yeah, that makes sense.
I like the idea of the actor feed. I like the idea of the athlete feed. Keen mind.
Not the athlete
honestly,
foot, though.
can't get past keen mind. That's a
I mean,
fucking good
sure,
one.
if you're bad at directions, wait.
Lucky.
Lucky's good too, yeah.
I mean, I mean, sure, there's the North thing, but doesn't keen mind also mean that you remember everything that's happened within the last month perfectly?
Eidetic memory.
For a month, yeah.
Eidetic memory.
But that'll be annoying though, because you make a mistake that's cringeworthy. You will remember that so
always
clearly.
know which
for a
way is
month.
north. You
I'm not
always
going to
know-
forget a cringeworthy memory within a month.
Always know what time it is, and you can accurately recall anything you've seen or heard within the past month.
If you can forget something you've done that's incredibly cringeworthy in less than a month under normal circumstances, I envy that.
I do
Hi,
too.
I'm Josh.
Magic Initiate, honestly, that would give
That's
me a
not
spell.
bad. Yeah, that would give you a spell, but only first level, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's the
just.
spell.
But then you can't get counterspell in case someone else gets.
That's your.
See, that's
logic
the thing.
here.
Like, if you guys
Like
all
I'm
do,
saying,
if you all do
one
spells,
of us just we'll get anti-magic field. How about that? Because
Now,
then
see,
we
okay.
get all the magic
You
in the
all-
world that
you
we
all
can
choose.
stop.
you guys all choose these spells. I choose counterspell, and I'll hang around with you guys all the time.
Yeah, here's the thing, Josh.
We just beat you up.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got
I was going a
four.
different direction. It was just like, I don't know for certain, but I
Comprehend
have a
languages is
suspicion
level
that
one
I can
spell.
run faster than you.
I'm short term.
Also-
I'm a sprinter.
Also, counterspell probably wouldn't be the most effective on clone, given that you cast it once and then it continues to be cast forever until you need it.
Fair point. Fair point.
Comprehend languages
Yeah.
is a level 1 spell.
Oh, that'll be a good one. That's a good one.
So Magic Initiate would get you comprehend languages.
True.
You
You could go to different like countries and be like just a language tutor.
But comprehend languages probably doesn't last for like the longest.
It's a 1 minute, I think.
If you're going for comprehend
1 hour.
languages,
Mm.
just go linguist and learn the fucking language.
Yeah, but you got
well, it could.
one.
But
That one allows you to
examples. These are examples.
Do all. You could go to like
Disguise
archaeology.
Self is a level 1 spell.
Love it.
What else? Expeditious Retreat. Fuck, man, if I could cast that.
That would be good.
You'd be able to leave so many arguments.
Yeah.
'Cause God knows
except-
you can't leave one now.
No. Except that my mouth doesn't let me. I have to keep talking. I have to keep being
I don't
part
know.
of it.
I'm not sure how that
Featherfall.
feels.
Featherfall.
I mean,
level
yeah.
one
I
spell.
don't fall often enough.
You could go
that-
base jumping.
Yeah, but
without
hold on.
parachute.
All he has to do is tilt her back, and then he could cast that. Because he's gonna need to.
All I have to do is jump.
Yeah. He
Um,
takes D6 for
find familiar.
Yeah.
Goodberry is a level 1 spell. Come on,
You,
guys.
oh, you would need
I'm
to.
rarely in instances where I'm being chased by a purple worm. Why would I need to?
Yeah.
Back good
You also
cover?
learn 2 cantrips from either Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. spells.
What's a
It's
good
all
can?
spell lists.
What's a good cantrip that you would use in the real world?
Good.
Presto! Fuck, man, I want to make a
Presto.
shower.
Yeah,
You
prestidigitation,
don't
prestidigitation and thaumaturgy would like
You are-
cover you.
True, true.
He's incorrect. I showered twice today.
Encode thoughts would do
Because the
absolutely
first
nothing.
time he missed.
You gotta turn that off from stream to spray, mate. Yeah,
Dude,
what-
Presto, or any of the light or
sure.
dancing lights.
He does that. I do Mage Slayer. That.
Like this kind of question is like really weird just because D&D, so many of the mechanics stuff is like this can make you better at killing people. And unless I'm mistaken, that's not a major life goal for any of us here.
Your mistake.
Josh?
Mold Earth is a cantrip.
I mean, that's.
I gotta.
Oh, you could take into excavation, or you can be a construction.
Message is a
person.
cantrip.
I like.
Save on
I,
phone bill.
Illusion.
I like
Who used that
Hannah's
phone to
idea
talk
of
though?
mending.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
just
mending.
You could be a
Stocking
seamstress
mending.
and all that
Mending and
shit.
Presto.
Yeah.
Give me Mending and Presto,
Yeah.
and then give me like
I would be.
Yeah,
on-
okay.
Disguise Self or
What?
something.
Here's a next
I
one.
would be
What kind of
No,
spell?
you fucking would.
Okay. Glenn, think of a spell.
Okay.
What's that spell?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay. Sure. Give me a second.
Just any spell. Any spell on
I
top of your
thought I
head.
was gonna have more time to think of a spell.
Because I'm gonna. Okay, just say a spell.
Okay. Give me a sec.
You have like so many there.
I want to find the weirdest. spell
Any
that I can.
spell.
Glenn
Yeah, you want-
already,
yeah, give me the.
Glenn
give me the
already
weird
has vicious mockery in real life.
one.
Let's go
Yep.
with Antipathy/sympathy.
Okay. Now, John, how would you put that into the real world and make it actually viable and not like, oh, it's magic? Like, how would you compare that?
Right?
What did I say? Did I say Michael?
You said John.
Ah. You're just so seamless.
Wait, so you're asking how I would make practical use of it, or how I would
it fit
trick
in the
people
world?
into thinking that it's not a spell?
How would you be able to make that fit in this world?
So I'll just read you the description so you can make an informed
No.
decision, Michael.
Don't.
This spell attracts or repels creatures of your choice. You target something within range, either a huge or small.
Oh, yeah,
creature,
this spell.
Josh already has half of this spell.
or an
It
area that
ain't the
is
sympathy
no
one.
longer- No larger than 200-foot cube. Specify a kind of intelligent creature, such as red dragons, goblins, or vampires. You invest the target with an aura that either attracts or repels the specified creatures for the duration.
Yeah, so how would you do?
How long's the duration?
10 days.
Yeah,
Does
it's pretty
racist count as an intelligent creature?
What?
Do racists count as intelligent creatures?
I don't know. Well, let's ask MAGA people.
No?
Ah, shame.
I mean...
Really wanted to repel racists. It would have been
I
really
suppose
nice.
they do have an intelligence above 3, but significantly less than 10, so...
Sure. Yeah, so
10
how would
is
you...
very much average. Come on.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
Give
could...
give yourself some credit.
Like,
You
if
could
I'm
be
a
a...
racist.
Yeah, go on.
like, I guess there's two ways of interpreting the spell. One is that you can only go humans, because that's the only sentient thing thing which we would consider sentient on Earth.
Sure.
And the other is that you can use a wide variety of subcategories, in which case you could probably make good use of it in, like, restricting the, like, type of people that show up to an event, basically.
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea.
I
That's a
mean,
good idea, I
I
like
just
that.
refuse to
Oh,
send them
you
invites.
could stop. You could probably stop riots.
Okay, so
That's
we've
a
got a
possibility.
question
So-
in chat.
Yeah, Mick asks,
well-
what's the biggest die, as in die, amount of die faces you can get? And your standard
did you
is the
say
D20.
mammoth?
Your standard is the D20, but D30s exist with 30 faces.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything higher.
There's a D100.
D1
An actual
Is
D100.
it? Is there?
A D100 is a golf ball with numbers
There's
on it.
Pretty
Pretty
much,
much,
yeah.
There's a D120, I think.
Theoretically, there is no highest.
Well-
Theoretically, if you want
No.
to build something that's the size of the Earth, it could be many, many, many.
And
many,
if you
many,
are the
many, many
maniacs designing the dice for Michael,
the
then there quite possibly is one that will just never stop rolling.
way I see it is the
Yes.
world is your die.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what you will.
The standard array is D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20. Michael, right here, right now, has what?
Okay, so I've got standard array,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have a D7,
Oh god.
a D19,
Sorry, Trev.
and
What was with Trump?
a D3 and a D12, which have been renumbered such that when you roll them together, you get the same results as if you had rolled 2D6.
Oh god. Don't like it.
So good.
Don't like it. What was Treb saying?
How have they been? How has it
I
been
tried to
renumbered?
post the link.
Is it just the numbers are shifted to different faces?
Okay,
or-
so it's got this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6,
Right.
7,
8, 9.
If this
Right.
still makes you interested in D&D and just for dice,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Well done. Yeah. Fuck, that's a
Apparently,
I
there
don't
is
like
a
it.
D1000 that Treb has linked.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be
I'll
surprised.
need to.
That's
Trev,
a
if you would
basketball.
like to post that link again, wait until after I've permitted you. I will permit you now.
Oh, look at them all being controlling.
Why
so
do you
okay,
have such a fucking name?
Michael,
Okay,
Yeah.
spell any random spell, and I'll
There
get
you go.
Glenn to make it work. Glenn's got to make this one work.
Would you like this?
I mean, he does. He's an open PHB.
I mean, like I had considered a spell earlier before you had like pointed out what the question was, but it's really easy to make greater invisibility work for you.
That's true.
You can never hide your shame, though.
What do you
well,
mean? Of course you can. You just cast greater invisibility. No one can see you.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Greater invisibility is pretty fantastic.
What about?
Levitate.
Levitate?
Yeah,
Or
levitate.
fly.
Make me use levitate.
You could be hunted down by the
Like, there's
soldiers.
plenty of ways, but
Every
which way would you go?
Well,
Second coming of Christ.
for
Bam.
quite for the like at the moment, my job is moving a lot of really heavy stuff and dealing with really annoying people who want me to lift really heavy stuff. So, yep.
Gonna levitate those people.
You can be a-
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
Tell you what, I want to stay quite vague about my job and where I work and stuff like that. But I would basically have the runtime of the forklifts drop dramatically.
Oh yeah.
And then I would probably think to myself about 3 minutes into my first shift there, after I've gained this ability, why am I still here? I can levitate.
yeah.
And
yeah.
Then I would go become a street performer
Okay.
and terrify people.
I feel like
My abilities would get notoriety. Then I would be asked to stop a couple of bank heists or maybe start a couple. I don't know.
Depends
Haven't
how much I
decided
pay.
which one I'd go for. I'd make a lot of money. I would rise through the ranks. I'd become the amazing levitating president because, you know, I can get whatever I want. And then I think I'd start the space age. I mean, it's a lot easier to get out of orbit when you don't have to lift the ships up in orbit.
That's true. That is very true. I mean, you'd be a glorified construct
I
worker.
think it would be hard to get to orbit in 10 minutes. Oh wait, no. It would be hardest to get to orbit because orbit is sideways momentum. Which levitation doesn't do.
Ah, but if you cast levitate and you reduce the amount that it has to, like, the thrusters have to push, you can keep more
Yeah.
oil in there.
See, I would just thought you're going to put on a spacesuit and just let you take yourself off.
That would be really lonely. Why do you want me to be lonely, Josh?
You know why.
All right, the murders.
Oh god.
All right, Oscar, spell.
I'm thinking how would you all in a practical scenario employ the use of reverse gravity?
First gravity.
I just explained it.
All right. Well, I'll be a.
Literally just explained it.
No,
Okay, so I'll be an
a
anti-jumper.
new way.
I'll be an anti-jumper guy. So if someone's trying to jump from suicide, I'll stop them and they can go back up.
That sounds like you're taking agency away from people, Josh.
They don't know what they want. They commit suicide, so you know.
Wow, that's a bold statement. So this spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder.
Oh, it could be like a trampoline almost. Like you could probably make it like a.
Except you can only cast
Centered
it
on a
once
point
day.
within 100 feet of
yeah.
you. So
Oh. If we're
it
going-
lasts for up to 1 minute.
Reverse gravity. I mean, it'd be kind of fun. It'd be like you can make it financially viable. Like think about it. It's like when you go in those planes that go up in the sky deep down, so it gives that
you could
anti-gravity.
absolutely make an attraction
You can make
out of
a
it.
traction out of it. Like that would be awesome. Like you could make it actually a viable company out of that.
50-foot radius, so it's 100-foot wide and it's 100-foot tall. That's a lot. Like you could fill a whole like
How long does it last?
1 minute. You could fill an
That'd be a
amusement
fun 1
park.
minute though.
You could take off with a paraglider.
You could fill an amusement park with it, and then have people walk upside down on the ceilings in some sort of exhibit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, I just realized something, which
But a more practical situation. What about like employing it as a
I mean,
construction?
it would
Like,
be
I don't know,
good.
is there
It'd
a
be
way-
like levitate almost, where you have the stuff there, then cast it over it, and then it goes up a direction, then you can.
See, the
But
thing
you don't have control
Yeah.
over
True.
where it goes.
True.
It just
Like-
reverses
But
gravity.
it doesn't have to be large stuff. It wouldn't need
Like,
to be a crater.
you
or
could
anything.
use it for like demolition.
You could.
which is kind of what its original purpose is for destruction.
You
Yeah,
could.
good point.
But I get the impression that demolition workers like to make their work neat,
Yes.
which this probably wouldn't be.
No, it'd be all over the place.
You guys are missing the obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, you spend some time, you learn music theory, you get a decent computer capable of doing it, and then as
I know he's going.
as you hit the party scene, you get world renowned once a night for that moment the bass drops.
But then it doesn't. It doesn't.
And as soon as the music picks up, everyone's floating.
That would be cool.
Floating's a bit of a weak word to describe. I think what would happen.
I mean, it'll make
Everyone's tethered to the ground.
Oh, you know what we could do? Hold on. We could tie ourselves with NMM, and whenever he plays that song, we can just actually make it real. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's get back into the game, please.
What I would do is I would become the real Slim Shady.
Well, you're neither though.
And then I'd make it impossible for him to stand up.
He's very shady.
True, he's very shady.
His name might not be Shady Jake, but it's
Shady. Sketchy Jake.
I've got to say,
That's why
I
I say.
appreciate the
of
Incredibles
course.
reference in chat.
That was pretty much where I was going with
What was
taking
that?
agency away from people.
Yeah. Yeah, now on account, I have not taken away because they've still done it. I've just stopped them
Yeah,
from
I
hitting the
actually
ground.
was about to go ahead and do that. I think we're going to get back to the actual game.
I thought you were about to say action.
Shocker.
There's no action there.
Fucking shocker. Cat! Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. I'll just hold her on my lap for the rest of the fucking stream.
Yeah, that's
She
not
doesn't
gonna
like
be
being in here.
No, because she's not allowed in here. Anyway.
Yeah,
So,
what are we up to?
having made an insight check to determine whether or not Silkus is truly wanting Sariel to come back,
That's
let's
where
bring
we're
back that
That's
one.
where we're up to.
it is now
Oh.
late evening. The crew has shifted on their roster just recently. As your head's bed in the cargo hold, get a long rest.
Yay! Finally, to cure that exhaustion.
Have you been exhausted this whole time?
No, but if I did, I would.
Okay.
And you have, at your estimate, roughly 1 full day left of travelling.
Rinse and repeat on what I've been doing. Might as well make a guess of it.
Today is cardio day.
Yay!
Everyone roll an intelligence check.
Yes. I like intelligence checks. That's cocked.
Yeah.
17.
17.
Hey, same.
Nice.
15.
Ruined it, Josh.
I'm
We
sorry.
came to the realization while we were cardioing.
I mean, the blood goes to your brain. I hope.
No.
I guess that,
No,
that would
that doesn't
explain why
work.
we had about the same mental ability at the time.
You all awaken this morning, and individually realize that this is the day you'll be passing through the scar.
Oh,
This
right.
is the day we'll be passing through the sky,
This
guys.
is the day. Great. I'm gonna go up and have a look and just stay out of trouble and whatnot. But I'm just gonna see what I see.
You head to top deck, and at the moment, you don't see much of particular note. You just see horizon. It seems to be probably later in the days when you'll be passing through.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna eat an apple.
Okay.
Roll Constitution.
No. You know what?
Now, you're training again.
It's poison.
That's actually
Yeah.
correct.
Roll an athletics check for
No,
me.
it's not.
Woo!
With advantage.
What I might do is I'm probably gonna.
Take the first one.
There you will.
Because it was better.
Yep.
Is it 12?
Oh yeah, right. No modifier. Okay.
I'm gonna do some reading on the history books that we got
Add a day to your.
while I'm watching them do their workouts. I'm watching them do this stuff.
What book are you reading?
I believe I bought from the lady a couple of books.
You
The history of chess.
You did bought a couple
It was
books.
chess. No, it was chess and gambling.
Become
But
chest.
come chess and one about Usan and Draken was also another one. I bought 2 books from them as well. So I'm gonna be
Right.
reading them probably most of the day because the other two areas I've been hitting a wall with. So I'm gonna do that while I'm watching them do their thing.
Okay. Roll a history check for me.
That's a 15.
15.
So
You
disappointed.
I am. It could have been a 28.
you go back over the
don't
Dry
get that
King,
20s.
the book on Dry King, and what were these books? I
They
remember you
were-
purchasing them, but
Oh man.
one of them was on the culture of Dragon Balls, or at least part of it.
Okay, yeah. So one was about I believe it was the clans for Draken, and kind of just the history of Draken itself. Yusem was mostly history as well, but I think it was more into some of their more accomplishments and whatnot.
Right.
I think that was what I was.
You
didn't actually write it down.
you make some links with past events from this book that you realize were probably connected. Stuff way before your time from history, but large events that have occurred on Genovoa that may have been linked to certain things that are listed in the book on Dry King. And you just kind of make these connections, and none of them seem particularly significant to you.
Yeah. Okay. Is there sorry.
Yusen lists a lot of the stuff that's listed under Yusen is their scientific accomplishments.
Yep.
Listing how the Yusenian humans, in particular, were the first to take the elven technology of harnessing the power of the umbral generators. And the humans were able to take that and become the first to modulate it into what are now spells.
Okay. Do I recognize any names in there that we've maybe mentioned with Archibald or from my own contacts as well?
You do
traveling over there. All right, cool. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to do that for the most of the day, besides some food, and watch Archibald get destroyed.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry to disappoint you,
Yeah?
but I'm amazing.
Okay.
Slightly
Prove
above
it.
average.
I mean, hey,
I'm okay.
I'm not. I'm below average when it comes to physical strength.
All that you see is a physical specimen slightly better than you.
That really is a low bar. So you're still dying.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'll get all 3 of my things in order.
3 of my
Tallest
things.
to largest, tallest to smallest.
So what are you doing for cardio? What's the cardio here? I want to know what Archibald's going through.
Pain.
Burpees, please, burpees.
Oh, I'm imagining like starting off with like
Recently. Fuck that.
I'm imagining starting off with short sprints and then moving on to fast fencing drills.
Oh, wait, where did you get the wood?
You don't necessarily need to do
That's
the actual
That's a bad. Joke.
have the actual sticks for that. And
Okay, so you got
hit you over the
fencing.
head with a paling.
Yeah, ow. Hit my head in my book. Yeah, no, please, I want to describe in vivid detail on how Archibald is getting destroyed in this.
Archibald, with John's help,
It's fun.
you continue training on the top deck of the ship. Every now and again, someone from the crew will wander past, and it's 50-50 whether or not when you look at them they're either smirking at you or genuinely interested. But you feel like you're making progress, and you're pretty happy with your progress.
Every time he's mentioned something like some constructive criticism, I'm like, oh yeah, then that would have exactly what I've said as well. You gotta and just keep. I'm badgering him.
More annoyed by Silkus.
I'm badgering him.
Oh, hey Josh.
What? Oh shit!
Do you really say that to me?
I got a book too, buddy. I got a book too.
How often do you say that to me?
Not too often. Just every so often. Twice.
Thrice.
Or thrice.
So you say that
In
to
a
me
minute.
3 times in a
minute.
I
As
think-
soon as he looks at me, and I get that vision that he's gonna be like doing something. Dimension door.
Where to?
Can I
Can I flip a
erase
code
him?
Roll.
Erase him.
Roll.
No,
I
I'd
suggest
like
you
to erase
don't.
him.
Suggest no. Yeah. You want? I want to roll.
Steam starts to cast Dimension Door.
And I'm going to cast Levitate faster. That way, when you go through the dimension door, you can't touch the ground.
That's great.
Roll initiative, both of you.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh no. Oh, but
That's fine.
Oh, he's got the fucking intelligence on
You've
top of
got
that.
ridiculous initiative.
If I can't beat you with this one, I'm going to quit this campaign.
Well, that's
19 is my initiative.
14. I take part in surprise rounds, though.
Fuck off.
Technically, it's not a surprise round.
That's worth a try.
And Dimension Door.
You,
Up on the mast. Just, you know, actually, no, let's.
you
let's roll.
accidentally target the person who was standing behind Silkus, who starts to
captain.
float up off the ship.
He's just like nailing. It's like,
As soon as they
and he's
leave
just like,
the
what,
deck,
what,
As soon
they
as they-
start going really fast
No,
backwards because the ship is moving.
As soon as they leave the deck, I end it because it's in my control, and I just
what do I roll to know
they
where
do
I
not
am?
make their dexterity saving throw, and they across the deck.
D1,
I'll have you
D100?
know that the target floats gently to the ground, then the spell ends.
Yeah, but not against the wall though.
The problem is that ship's moving, target's floating down. so
fucking good.
deck.
Oh, well.
Oh my god!
I
This-
tried.
This is the first time I've done Dimension Door / a 4th level spell. And this took fucking run away. That's
And
great.
roll.
Dude, what do I
Oh my
roll?
God, roll a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
Saving throw. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, okay. Wisdom saving throw. Where's my wisdom here? Oh, it's the
On the
that's not
character
good.
sheet. Have you looked there yet?
14. Yeah.
14. Fortunately, you don't end up in the water.
Okay.
Um,
Just wherever.
go ahead and roll
I
the
don't mind.
D100. Somewhere on the ship.
Please be in a bathtub with a hot lady. 35.
35.
Silkus. 35 on the D100.
You dimension door without really thinking of a location, just knowing that it's going to be on the ship, and suddenly you can't see anything.
In my. Is there anything? Can I touch it? Touch?
As you reach out,
What's in there? What's in this?
apparently you.
Oh, there's nothing.
You don't feel anything else.
There's nothing in here. Okay. Well.
Silkus in a box.
Alright, hey Josh, how many 4th level spell slots do you have?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 now.
Gotta come back where you went.
You
Dimension Door back to where I went.
Archibald, you accidentally levitate the person behind
Why
Silkus,
not?
immediately cancelling it, but the
I
movement of
knew
the ship
another
means
one,
that
but
they
yeah.
tumble across the deck.
And I just.
They weren't not looking at you, so they have no idea what just happened. They just suddenly felt, whoop,
And then you see me.
and then he just back into existence.
So what happened? What did I miss? What did I
Roll a
do?
perception check, Archibald, and John, actually, both of you.
Can I also, just for the sake of it?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
15.
I'm actually better at that.
That's,
That's
not
not
great. Actually, Hub's probably up there as well. Is he
Insight,
also
yeah.
Would he also see?
Sure, yeah, roll a perception
Dead,
check using...
Dirty 20.
Can I have a look at Hube's stat block?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this is fun. You know, now I understand what casting spells are mundane purposes.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
both for you and Hugh.
I think you've just done something for Silk, for Docs now.
What did you roll on insight?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What did you roll?
Dirty 15.
Dirty 15.
I don't think-
6 perception and Hibs 14.
14.
We don't have the spells for my 2 new spells that I got though. Yet.
What's your arm class, Lucas?
Take a wild guess.
6.
It's funny because that's what
4 smaller than what it actually is. I ain't wearing armor.
10.
And I got like
I think 0 dex.
0 dex, yeah.
10.
Yeah.
What's Hib's attack bonus?
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck, I can't
It is
tell.
6.
6. Silkus,
Oh no.
you dimension door back, and you see John, Archibald, and Hib all looking at you. You see a look flash over Archibald's face, and then you see what is apparently the same realization flash across Hib's face, as Hib lunges towards you and goes to
Hold
take
on.
a bite. Roll
Yeah,
damage
please.
for Hib's bite,
Okay.
please.
I'm going to be
Oh,
trying to get
no.
stop him, but I get that he is surprising me a bit with this. So
boy.
that is...
Well, now I know definitely not to trust Hibbs. God damn
Yeah,
it.
this has set your
Hmm.
animal handling skills
This is
back a few.
Oh fuck, yeah. I just made peace with a wolf. Gotta make peace with whatever this is.
Swallowing his max health.
Wait, what was the attack? What's the attack?
26.
You take 26
Hold on,
points.
what was the attack?
A bite.
Yeah, but 2 attack. What was the attack roll?
12.
Oh, shield.
Okay, so Hib lunges towards you. Silkus.
Not
And as you
today.
emerge and briefly process what the fuck is going on, you see Hib lunge and you go, ah!
Yeah, I was like,
Hib's,
Hey, wait, no, Hib, stop.
Hib's enormous front teeth just straight off the shield. And Silkus, you duck back out of the way.
I'm
You
just
manage
like-
to grab hold of Hib.
Yeah.
As Hib and Archibald have both realised you've come from one of the depleted food cargo crates, and you're covered in rotten bits of meat,
so that's what I smell.
fruits, vegetables,
Oh.
all of it very salty.
Yep.
Hib, no, that's not food. That's
You look down
circus.
at yourself and you are filthy with...
Yep.
I
Clean.
laugh, laugh, then cough because I'm in the middle of a cardio workout, and I laugh a bit more.
Oh, good
When-
stuff.
Where
Silence.
did you go, Silkus?
Oh, well, he was about to attack me. I've seen that look before. It's incinerating the forest kind of
You
look.
escaped Archibald and got Hib.
Also, I want to point out, your roll would have taken me just about half. Just half my HP. What the fuck are you feeding that thing?
You.
No, not me. No.
A whole pig carcass a day.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well. Carry on. You're doing great, Archibald. Yeah. I'm gonna go. You're doing great.
You
Yep.
should go get yourself cleaned up.
I think I will do that.
Highly amused by this.
As he walks off to clean
And I
up.
cast Expeditious Retreat to get clean quickly.
So you don't proc opportunity attacks from the hungry dog.
Oh, fuck no. No, I'm disengaging, and also I got shield, so
As-
15.
As he leaves, I just look at John. I'm like, could have pressed him, but he was being rude.
So for the rest of the day,
Whatever.
for the rest of the day, is there anything else besides training that you two are doing, and besides reading those books?
I am continuing my reading.
If it gets to mid-afternoon, I'll try to find a moment where the captain's not busy and ask her about when we're expecting to enter the Skylands.
Okay. She's fairly calm at this stage. The sea is been pretty well behaved, and
Oopsie.
besides
Positive reinforcement.
doing
training.
some pretty simple navigation, she's
Yeah.
just at the tiller, making sure that the ship stays on
Yeah.
tack. As you approach her, you pose this question to her,
Yeah.
and she takes a moment and just kind of thinks for a second. Probably this evening sometime.
All right.
Maybe just after sundown.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I was figuring we would have gotten through about midday, but my navigation's not the best, so I was a bit concerned when I felt like I had missed it. Thank you.
Fair enough. You're welcome.
That's all I really need from that interaction, so I'll head out.
Archibald,
I'm just doing my reading.
religion check.
Hell yeah.
18.
14.
Really?
17.
Okay.
There we
I was
go.
gonna say I thought it was 4.
I thought for a second there I lost my mind and made myself proficient and put it in wisdom. I see where I went wrong. I'm great at this game. That was one number, dude.
I know, but I don't know. It was I don't know why it was so amusing. Oh man. Okay.
Reading.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Little mark off and on.
go over. The,
Do so.
I'm gonna try one more time and just go over the tats
That's
again.
the training, isn't
Yes.
it?
Well, I need to mark off training as well.
Oh, you hadn't done
Fuck.
that? Just leave it.
Alright.
It's fine as it is. There you go. Okay.
Yes, I'll do my reading and then I'll go find Silkus. Because I just realised that I hadn't chosen my level 8 spells.
Oh. No, you should do that.
Yeah, I'm up to my
Hopefully
8th
not-
level spells.
Yeah, it's hopefully not 8th level.
I gotta find Silkus.
He's gonna be creating the simulacrum. So.
I'm gonna follow the smell.
I would have paid by now.
Would you have?
I don't know if there is one.
I mean, there will not be a bath on this skeleton crew cargo ship.
No, there is not.
Alright, well, I'm gonna clean up.
There is the sea if you have some way of safely accessing that.
Tie the rope to your leg, dive. Yeah, sorry, who is it?
It's room service.
Oh, good, we didn't expect. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, no, come in.
I go in, look at him.
Scrubbing off my jacket and my
Oh,
coat and
okay.
whatnot.
I was trying to catch you while you're doing like the tattoo research.
Oh, the tattoo's all open, like, it's all there.
Okay.
But I'm also kind of like...
How's the research going?
Well, it's going a lot slower now than it did before. It's like when you start very at a low level in some sort of games that children play, and then when you hit that peak, everything opens up to you. But then there's like so much more to do.
Yeah.
So things take a little
Unfortunately,
slower.
this isn't a game. This is life.
Oh well, that's based on your perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
I'm sure someone else feels like this is a game.
I'm sure whoever created you.
Yeah.
Actually, what
What kind of psychopath would that be? I'm going
I
to.
picture him with orange hair.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Yes, it's you kind of like hit a wall with the 2D version.
All right.
So
I'm starting to see where you're getting at.
I put my hand on the tattoo parchment, and then as I lift it up, essentially a holographic version of the tattoos laid out in the dimensions of like my body. So there's no body there, it's just tattoos. As I cast Major Image.
Okay.
Everyone quiet.
Major Image.
What are you making with it?
I just told you. You should have been listening. It's a hologram of my tattoos, which he will be able to study for the next 10 minutes, and then using encoded thoughts.
I can reanalyze them. And
Exactly.
okay, I will do that. Thank you. That's actually brilliant. What spell? Oh,
called-
that's
Major image.
yes, yeah. Oh, so you've got something new up your sleeve now. Well, on your sleeve, technically.
Well, actually, this one's on my back.
Oh,
Yeah, the one
That'd
on
be
my
difficult to
sleeve is
reach.
the emitter. So
oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
it's range. Remember?
yeah. No, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Trust me. I think I know more about your tats than you do right now, and that's still not a lot. Never been so
So,
personal with another person.
Study
body.
that.
Roll a history check.
Do I get? Ooh, that was not intentional, and somehow I cocked it.
How do
How's
you
that
do
work?
this?
I mean,
I think that's cocked.
Yep.
so
How did that-
spiky.
Yeah. Okay. Do I get anything like help action with that? Because he technically did help me with it.
I'm helping him with it.
That's a pretty creative way of doing it. He used a
With
spell.
advantage.
Yeah. Oh, thank God for advantage.
Wait until you roll lower.
Can you know?
Lower than 1? I don't.
Wait until you roll a 0 on that d20.
I can't. I got a +9.
Huh, against all odds.
18.
Because it's an even.
9 plus 9.
Is that a 9?
Yeah, the dot
Okay.
was on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see the
Do you
dot.
remember maths?
I didn't see the dot.
Okay, yeah.
And from my perspective, it looked like a 6.
No, fair. Which is like, yeah. Go on, please. Tell me everything.
Okay. You work on memorizing these tattoos in a 3D plane, and yeah, I got that. This does help. For this, you can mark off a day
I don't even have days listed for this one.
or
'Cause
add a day.
Well, you didn't give me actually any set days for this one, so
So you're on like.
That's fine. Throw it at considering throw it at
yeah.
The wall.
throw it at 20.
20? Alright. So this becomes 19?
So no, you're going up.
I'm sorry.
You're counting up.
Oh.
I've been working on this for a while.
This is 20 days that you've been working on it.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've
20
been
days
doing this
worth
for-
of work that you've been doing on this stuff.
I have been doing a lot on it. Actually. Wow.
And the last thing you noticed was that this is an entire field with an incredible amount of depth to it that you can barely comprehend.
I feel like, yeah, just give me
so
a
you're
whole...
not sure how many days there are left.
So I shouldn't have just written anything.
Leave it at 20. Maybe make a note next to it, like Glenstone
To be
for
continued.
like tattoos or something.
And don't get them mixed up like Glenn's done.
Alright, so 20 days. Cool. Alright, so what do I gather from today then?
It helps you with your future. So like you do a small
Find
amount.
superannuation and...
Yeah, you do a small amount of research, but you don't make much headway today. But it gives you a whole new opening for which to explore this particular field, and so you are now able to.
Do I have any access to, like, cantrips at least? Like, being able to find out... Because seeing if I got a 3D printed version of where the tats are and I know where his tats are, what which one they do.
Not
Okay.
3D printed.
Yeah.
This kind of sounds like looking at the internals of a really fancy clockwork watch without
Yeah.
being able to see the face, and then
Ooh,
trying to
good
figure out
point.
what hour of the day it is.
Good point. Yeah, okay, so I don't get any idea of the cantrip or anything like that.
Well, Archibald's able to point out to you what each of his known ones.
Yeah.
I'll light up the path that the tattoos like light up in
Okay.
as
Alright.
I explain each cantrip.
Roll intelligence. Roll an Arcana check for me, Silkus. The ship's dog has turned into a cat.
Wow.
Someone too polymorphed. Oh, that's good. What was it?
Arcana.
Arcana? That's 20... Fuck, what is that? 26? No. 27? 27.
27.
Thank you. I did math.
Getting the impression that you
good.
can make a decent amount of headway with the maps and the 3D render.
Okay.
But to really start to understand it, you're going to have to study Archibald directly.
I was worried about this day coming and I do not Thank you so much, Archibald. I made a little bit of headway. I appreciate.
I'm glad I
how's your
could
studies? Yeah, how's your studies going?
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, what are you learning?
A lot.
Specifics.
He's
always.
learned those two words in every
Look,
language.
as someone that's studying a lot right now, I love specifics. I love to hear them.
I'm just learning about I'm figuring out stuff.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out my role in all of this in comparison with the rest of the world.
Philosophical or literal?
Literal.
Okay. Well, hopefully I can find the answers in here, but I think that's all I'm gonna get for tonight.
You just got really awkward all of a sudden. Why did you do that?
Oh no, nothing. It's just. You've never actually tried. You never went to academy, or I assume you had basic education. I mean, I know all of your stuff has come from this experimentation. You've never studied biology or experimentation on creatures and whatnot, so you don't. I kind of have to.
I'm a pretty intelligent guy.
Yeah, no, you are. You exceed expectations beyond expectations. So, what for science? What I need to do now, and the only way I can get to the next step is actually see physically the tats, and that means you gotta strip, and I gotta see them all.
I ain't gotta do nothing.
That is the only way to get to the next step. I don't like it. Look, I see many bodies, and they all come from me though, and I don't want to see someone else's. But for the name of science,
God,
has to
you're
be done.
awkward.
I don't really have had experience in this area. See, you know the whole thing about me and whatnot. I don't really been the flirting and type. You know what, right? That's about as far as it went. Now for moi.
You realize this isn't that scenario. You're trying to give me a medical
absolutely not.
checkup. You're not trying to get me into bed.
I've never seen other body by the skin besides straight.
Didn't you go to university?
Oh yeah, many times. I was there for a few years.
Many times.
Many times.
Just a couple.
I don't.
I went to like 6 classes
Yeah.
every time there was an exam.
I read the brochures.
And I thought it wasn't for me, but I enrolled anyway to spend my fake parents' money. The more they spent on me, the less they could spend on the war.
The more
I'm
they
gonna
spend
look
on
at
me
his
now,
eyes.
the less they'll have to spend on tracking me
I'm
down.
gonna look at his
later.
eyes. I'm gonna look at any. There's no tattoos around his face, isn't there?
They go up to. They basically wrap around his neck and up under his chin, but they don't
Do you
cover
have?
the face completely.
Do you have a spell? Are we're in a closed room? Are we?
Yeah. You're in the. I assume you're in the cargo hold at this point.
Do you have a? You obviously you probably not know the actual name of it. So you're probably not going to register. But the spell, see invisibility. You wouldn't by any chance be able to have access to that. It's quite a useful thing, and I really wish I did more study on it. I got very.
I can
distracted.
gather from what the name is what it implies it can do, and I've
Yeah.
never done
Simplistic.
that before.
You wouldn't have that in your repertoire? No?
Are you able to go invisible to let me find out?
No, but there is It's really difficult to be. Good. All right. I'm going to look around, see if there's anyone. If there's any stowaways, anyone besides us two.
Roll a perception check.
Use detect thoughts as a radar.
Fuck. Why don't I? Yeah, that's a good point. I will do that too. That's 19.
And you don't see anyone currently in the cargo hold with you.
Detect thoughts within 30 feet around me.
You're being weird.
You don't detect any other thoughts.
I'm gonna walk all around the hull and see if because 30 feet also is above as well.
I know.
But
It's a sphere.
I'm walking all around because obviously the ship's larger than 30 feet.
Yes.
So I'm
very
gonna
much so.
go with the little length, and for the next minute, I just get any blimps that are down here.
Okay.
Nothing. Did the cat just say no?
That's what it sounded like, didn't it?
No, move on.
Alright, cool. In that case, I will then take off the my collar, put the cane away, hide it in a barrel, and I'm
Okay.
going to change into docks.
Do you check what's in the barrel before you hide the cane in?
Yes. What's in the barrel? What's in the barrel?
Several kilograms
If you
of weed.
check, I'll allow it.
I will check. I will check.
Because if you hadn't checked, I would have played some pranks on you. Anyway,
Okay.
you managed to find a barrel with what looks
Cool.
like dry goods, just fabrics.
Alright. I will then put it in there. It's like, and I change. I change to. Oh damn! I don't have much time. I change to docks, and I go. All right. So, Silkus, I haven't gone beyond flirting, so naked bodies are not my thing. So this is why I am very awkward around this. But for the name of science, I need to see your tats. Can I see your tats?
God, you're weird.
You see, look, you think I don't know that? I think, honestly, there's no normal person in the world.
I will remove my shirt. Because that's the way the majority of the tattoos are.
Thank God. Okay. Good, and I'm gonna analyze them
Okay.
from a distance. I'll get up close and do it.
Okay.
Oh God.
Roll an Arcana check with advantage because Archibald is helping you. He's not just going to stand there and be an exhibit for you.
Thank God.
I would prefer to be in a glass case of emotion, though.
17.
17. Okay.
Really?
Wow, you rolled terribly.
I
I know.
got down. I got out of my shirt, and you couldn't even roll a double digit.
You got out of your... I went into my own skin. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm doing this as Docs, not as Silkus right now.
it's probably why you didn't roll double digits on your Arcana check. You're not pretending to be a wizard.
Hey, Docs is a wizard. How dare you sorcerer?
I will fight you.
I don't have my 4 level spells with me, so let's
I
not.
do.
Fuck. Otherwise-
Roll a perception check, Archibald.
Oh shit. I didn't.
19.
19. Silkus, you you start to understand that there is a difference between certain tattoos on Archibald's body.
Okay.
As he explains them to you, you're starting to make the connection that the tattoos that store spells are limited to everything above level 1 spells. Cantrips are a completely different type of tattoo. Made in similar designs, but they don't have the storing capacity. They look to be comprised of different materials,
Interesting.
different composition in the ink, essentially. and Archibald, you are aware that you can't store cantrips, but you do channel them. So these you come to the conclusion that the cantrip tattoos are simply modulators and don't do much more than that.
So there's a power source which is his own, but he's connected. He gets power source elsewhere. I guess just from being connected to the Umbral network. But he has a stronger connection than
Archibald, as Silkus is examining you,
I'm muttering all this kind of stuff.
you start to take note of the fact that you haven't seen, and he's still wearing his clothes, but you take note of the fact that you haven't seen a tattoo on Doc's. Whereas you've seen Silkus's, you've not seen Doc's.
Interesting. How do you feel about needles?
Oh. Not a fan. Why?
I've seen Silkus's tattoo,
Oh, that.
but I haven't seen yours.
I don't have one.
It's my understanding that in order to cast spells, you need a tattoo. Because why wouldn't they pay all that?
I mean, yes, in typical sense, to access Umbral, you need a tattoo that creates connection. I don't need that. I think that's my changeling blood that has a loose connection to Umbral. That's how I do my shifts. It's all it's all magic. It's organic. It's bio. It's me, but I can only do it while I'm connected.
I have a request.
If I have to strip my shirt as well, this is gonna be all good if John comes in.
I just need, like, can I see a drop of blood from you? Doesn't have to be much, just a drop. Because I'm very curious.
I don't. Ow. Oh.
Oh, there you go.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
As he tears open his paper bag skin, and I look at it, do I see like traces of carborundum in his bloodstream?
Roll an investigation check.
I need to get going though. Apologies. Stream and
investigation.
I gotta
22.
22.
Find
You
this out
give
now.
his blood a very close look. And you don't see any shimmering of carborundum. And it's typical crimson red that human blood is.
Okay.
But there is something off about the colour.
Okay.
Like the base colour is very definitely identical to yours.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not human. I'm a different race.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting human. I was expecting carborundum.
You're not entirely sure what's off about it. You feel like you would need to somehow get even closer to the blood. Which is,
The way
I mean, I could, but you wouldn't like it.
let's leave that for another day.
Okay, sounds good. I leave. I put on my shirt.
John just comes in and is like, sees you put the shirt on, like, what? Also, I gotta go. Sorry, stream, I got work. So I'll catch you guys all later.
bye-bye, Josh.
God, what a way for me to leave.
Yeah, leaving your plate here.
Do good. Pass me the plate, please.
And I was really looking forward to pointing out to you that you used both of your 4th level spell slots before the big fight.
Yeah, sorry, Josh.
That's alright.
Oh, well.
Silkus is gonna die. Anyway,
Pretty sure Silkus starts a long rest.
as you walk out, Archibald,
Mm-hmm.
are you leaving the cargo hold?
Yeah.
You leave the cargo hold and you run into the captain, almost directly run into.
Hello, Captain.
Hello. We have made good time, and We will be passing through the scar quite shortly.
Cool.
I
I'd
would
like to see
recommend
this.
have a look
Mm.
and then stay out of our way.
Oh, we'll
Top
stay out
deck
of
is
your way.
probably the best.
Yep.
And she turns on her heels and heads back up. She has already spoken to you, John.
Yeah.
So you follow her up the stairs. Silkus comes up as well. And once you're up there, she heads straight back over to the tiller. The rowers are now fully manning each of their wells, and which you see on your way up. And they are, and it is entirely now powered by the oar. The sails have been filled up and no longer in use.
Okay.
As you look over in the direction that you're heading, ahead of you, you see a very familiar, and Silkus sees a very familiar sight of reaching in an impossibly infinite direction either way. This line, it looks almost like it would be a storm, but it doesn't reach up into the sky,
Yeah.
of just this purple miasma.
How high does it reach, approximately?
You're not sure. It's very difficult to tell, considering that you don't really have a sense of scale.
Yeah. But it's like
But you know it's
not up to
significant.
cloud level.
It
but
doesn't look
significant.
like a rolling storm.
Yeah.
It's definitely not cloud level rolling in kind of thing, but it is tall.
Okay.
However, directly in your course, so the ship has been tacking, and now that the rowers are taking control, they are moving in a more direct line. Directly ahead of you is something that you've not seen, because previously you were on the Umbral Gorgon.
Yeah.
Ahead of you is two buoys, almost, with antenna on them. The antenna seem to be connecting to... You can see the umbral beams from them heading underwater, back in your direction, back towards you. But ahead of them, they form a very clear-cut tunnel made entirely of umbra, through miasma.
Well, that's
On the inside of the tunnel, there is none of this smoke or whatever it is, as it cuts straight through. And this is kept up by these buoys placed very close to each other all the way down, kind of like a runway, a plane runway.
Yeah.
And they go all the way through. You can actually see to the other side of the miasma. As the ship approaches, the captain gives a warning: keep your head down. If anything happens, be ready to fight.
I'm going to prepare a spell just in case I need to partake in a surprise round.
Okay.
I
gonna,
will
like,
be preparing.
Take a pause and then
Lightning
go.
bolt.
Lightning bolt. Okay.
Yeah. I've got a lot of third level spells. I got 5. Cool.
Jesus Christ.
I took 2 third levels
Right.
instead of another 4th level.
Fair
I have
enough.
all the 4th levels I want.
Fair enough.
I'm imagining at this point Josh would cast at the very least mage armor.
Okay, so Silkus cast Mage Armor on himself.
Silkus, yes.
Um,
And I'm gonna draw my wand, as it were.
okay. Okay.
It's not actually a euphemism. It's just I have a wand and I'm pulling it out.
Indeed you do.
I really wanted to be a one of Druidcraft.
And
No one's waved it to find out yet.
I'm assuming this is his first levels.
Yeah.
I don't really know how his spells slots are done.
It's the white ones because he does them wrong. He's got four first levels.
Okay.
Interesting. Anyway, We know he's cast on the first level.
Yeah.
At this point, as you're readying for this, you actually pass into the tunnel. You lose light.
Yeah.
It goes quite dark. It's not completely pitch black. You can still see even those of you without dark vision, which is all of you.
Yeah.
Yay.
But the shadow is very clear. It's as if you have come underneath a very dark storm. As you're moving through this tunnel, you can see the umbra, the energy flowing through this tunnel, and the miasma is actually reacting with it. You can see it is kind of like when you take really dense coloured smoke, and you can see it on the other side of glass, but you can see it roiling over the top, and actually kind of the umbra itself is waving in response to it as it's kind of interacting with it.
Get off.
And you head deeper and deeper into the scar itself, seeing the light at the other end.
Yeah.
You don't exactly know how far it is, but it's at least a few minutes.
I'm getting real, like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory vibes here. Don't know where we're going.
The surface of the water here is inexplicably more rough, despite the fact that the seas outside of the scar were themselves fairly calm. You're not sure what's causing this, but the ship is moving up and down a lot more than it was previously, rocking back and forth. And at times, you even have to kind of steady yourself by grabbing something.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check, both of you.
Shall I roll for Silkus also?
Sure.
This dice is being nice to me today.
He got a crit.
Nat 20, and what did you get?
Oh yeah, Wizard Bros.
No, that's... There we go. 17.
So what did
Nat 20, 17.
So what did I perceive slightly better than Silkus?
Yeah, because your perception's what, one higher than his?
Yeah, 25.
Jesus. The two of you, actually, well, all of you,
Yeah.
notice a lower part, kind of on the other side of the gunwales of the ship, on the starboard side, the right-hand side of the ship, the umbra that forms the wall pulses a bright blue. Just a small section of it pulses a bright blue. The captain seems to notice this, and immediately orders some of her men over to that side.
I'm gonna head over as well.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Not as cocked.
Cocked, yeah.
Not as good. 16.
16. You stare over the side of the ship, looking down into the water. It's very dark, but for the briefest of seconds, you feel like you catch a rather light-coloured, large shape zip underneath the ship.
I have lightning bolt prepared, and I'm just like holding it in my hand, ready to unleash whenever I need to shoot something out of the sky.
Okay. John, what are you doing? You've seen this happen. You've seen the men and Archibald move over to the starboard side of the ship.
I think I am keeping, like, looking ahead to, like, looking for any obstacles that would force the ship to change course and strike the barrier in case something has, like, gotten through somehow.
Okay. So you head to the...
So
you
I
head to the front
imagine
of
from
ship.
the upper deck I can probably see, but yeah.
You're looking out ahead. Make a perception check. That's the wrong book.
8, so not great. Oh well.
8. Okay. So you're up front.
So I was
Looking out
thinking
ahead, making sure the ship doesn't run into any
Yeah.
particular obstacles. As Archibald and the rest of them are standing over on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Making a perception check, John.
You see Sariel,
Yeah.
figure on the front of the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
14.
14. you catch out of the corner of your eye another pulse in the tunnel, this time on the left.
Yeah.
No one else seems to have noticed this one.
We got more on the left.
Okay, the captain looks over, hasn't seen the pulse, but a couple of the men run over to the left-hand side and they keep watch over that side. You see as a couple of them pull out large spears, while others have very powerful-looking two-handed crossbows, as they are now readying them over the sides of the ship.
I say to one, what am I looking for? What am I shooting?
Anything.
Alright. I look for anything.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, both of you.
Awesome.
And Silkus as well.
I'll take that.
Nice.
21.
Ouch.
Okay, so that's 19 for me, and Silkus is not doing well. And 4 for Silkus.
Okay. John, standing up the front, as you're looking out, suddenly the ship lurches.
Yeah.
Archibald, John, you both save. Silkus, however, along with the captain and a few of the men on the right-hand side of the ship, as it lurches up and towards the left side, they are thrown sideways.
Do I see what's caused this lurch?
As you look over, as you recover yourself and look over, you see this large, bright, kind of bluish green shape, like a very light aqua color. Looks elongated, very much like a very large fish.
Is it more than 100 feet away from me?
No.
I release lightning bolt.
Okay, roll your attack with
Dexterity saving throw.
which I'm rolling with disadvantage because it's in the water
And it's big as.
and it's big. It rolled a natural 18
Tough.
and a natural 3. Roll your damage, please.
Oh, come on! That's 10. That's 20. 25.
25. That is automatically doubled because it's in the water.
50.
And it cannot escape. As you release this, you see the shape as it's moving away, as it kind of rides away. It looks like a very large eel, actually. Very fat, large eel. As it rides away, you see it stop for a second and react to the electricity as it's jolting in the water. As you finish the spell and the electricity dissipates, it takes a few seconds to recover itself, and you can see it's quite disoriented, but it starts to loop back around.
In those few seconds, I'm gonna. Well, how far away was it?
Well, when Archibald released Lightning Bolt at it, it was like 40 feet from him.
Okay. So in those few seconds that it's convulsing, I think that's probably enough time for Silkus to let off an ice knife at it.
Okay, roll his attack.
And it's convulsing.
Roll with advantage.
It's just like, yes, what is all of Silkus' stuff?
Yeah.
All right. So that's 15 plus something. Dear God, Josh, what is up with the way that you write things? I think that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, it's a 6.
That's a 6?
His
Okay.
mod is 6.
Okay, so 21.
Is it? No. Yeah, it is. His mod is 6.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
That does hit. As he releases the ice knife, it enters the water, freezing, leaving essentially snow behind it for the briefest of seconds before the water closes the gap. And then impacts with the creature as it's convulsed, as it's about to finish convulsing. As it enters the creature's flesh, it stops for a second, and then the explosion happens. So go ahead and roll the regular damage.
Yeah.
Plus then roll the extra explosion damage.
Okay, so that is 6 damage all up because I rolled really poorly on those damage rolls.
6 damage. Is that including?
That's 1 piercing damage and 5 cold damage.
Okay. All right.
Which was
So that makes it 56. Cool. Now, I would like your roll initiative, please.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, you are.
is Hibboleth acting on his own initiative or my initiative?
Yours.
Okay.
Where is my super suit?
Why do you need to know?
I have that
Pardon
thing,
me.
please, because I have apparently not cleared off the last fight, which included Suzumi and Lumen.
Hey Glenn,
That was the last
what number
fight.
do you think that is? Wait, that's for initiative? I can't tell if it's a 6 or an 8.
It's definitely neither because his dex is 0.
Maybe it's a 0?
Yeah.
It just looks so curled over on top.
It should be 0 because he doesn't have alert.
Okay.
And his dex is 0, so it should be 0.
Okay. So that's
Okay, so 30 to 25.
28.
Jesus Christ. The fact that I have to ask that question and I got an answer is just ridiculous.
You knew it was coming when you asked it. You saw my roll.
I did see your roll. I need
It
this.
was just satisfying to say, really. 28.
Why have I not cleared this off prior to this point in time? Somebody tell me.
Because you forgot about it?
Because I'm shit. That's the actual answer.
I mean, also you forgot about it?
Yeah. Because I'm shit. Okay, so Archibald. I'm just going to chuck you like up here at 25 because that's as high as my thing goes.
Yeah.
Absolute
Well,
insanity.
How, just curious,
Mm.
did my assisting Silkus with studies help? Was that a long rest? A short rest?
No.
Oh.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
So I'll just be up this end of the initiative order by myself, shall I?
Yep.
Oh god. 15 to 10.
John 13, Silkus 12.
Okay.
Yay! I can't believe how ridiculous my initiative is.
Archibald, John, Silkus, El Capitan, and
Shit.
Boy. Ship moves on initiative count 20.
Okay.
Archibald, you're up.
Right, I see it riding.
At this point, it is moving again. The explosion has happened from the ice knife, and it is now moving back out to start a loop.
How far away is it?
On your turn, it is now about 70 feet from you.
Bastard. Okay. Bastard. Got a bunch of 60-foot spells. You know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm going to. Hold on. I'm going to hold on. No, I'm not. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. It's got a range of 120 feet. Now, I'm also just doing a little bit of bullshit here, so just give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
This
I like
Scorching
a
Ray-
little bit of bullshit.
Scorching Ray typically does fire damage. However, I am going to use... That's not that page. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not wearing my glasses because they are affecting.
Fair enough.
I'm going to use... Where is it? Yes. I'm going to use spell secrets to change the damage type from fire
Mm-hmm.
to thunder.
Thunder. Okay. So, John, you watch, glancing behind you as Archibald begins to release what you see as fire, and as it leaves his hand, the oh my god, the three beams that come from his hand that travel about half a meter before they transition from this fiery beam into essentially a sonic wave as you send this down into the water. What did you roll on the three separate beams?
26, 8, 19.
26 was a nat 20?
Yeah.
So that's a crit. That's
So
an auto
that's
crit.
12 thunder.
So 12. Is that maxed and doubled?
Oh, sorry, that's 24 thunder.
24 thunder on that one.
I
yeah.
forgot the name of the show.
So 24 thunder on the first hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the second one doesn't hit because it was an 8.
8 does not hit, no.
It's alright, I still do 10 damage on the second
Which
one.
was a 19, right?
Yeah.
Another 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 10.
10.
Yeah.
There you go. As you release these three
That's a pretty good second level spell.
sonic rays, essentially sonic pulses, essentially into the water. Again, as it connects, as two of them connect, that it briefly shudders and stops, and then its writhing continues as it starts to make the loop. It is now the captain's turn. She is going to run over, pulling her two-handed crossbow of her own that she's had next to the tiller the whole time. And as she runs up next to you, she's going to lay it down, essentially using the gunwales of the ship as a tripod, as a mount. And she's going to aim and release. And she is going to...
Holy shit!
She's going to hit, and that is going to deal...
That's not a once per rest thing. I can do that every turn. That's amazing. I have so many more spells.
That is going to deal... Damn, that's not much
Why
damage.
do you want to do lightning? That would have been smarter. Oh well.
Being creative.
That's only 6 fucking piercing damage, and then 4 lightning damage, so that's another 10.
Someone's got a fancy crossbow.
Yes, she does. As she releases the bolt and it streaks off with... and out front of the bolt, you see the lightning forming as it enters the water, briefly sending electric bolts out along the surface of the water and then entering and hitting the creature. After that, she is going to toss the crossbow down to the side, and she's going to grab a second one from one of the racks that's up here at the front on the gun walls, and she's going to ready that. John, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna cock her first crossbow.
Okay. You do so. So you walk over. It actually has a bolt rack attached to it on the underside of the stock. So you're able to grab a bolt and load that. And it is now ready.
Okay.
That is your action.
Yep, and then I'm gonna put it back on the rack.
Okay. You
I don't want to use that thing.
The one that she took was, and it is now ready for her. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. It is now Silcus's turn.
Okay. Silcus is gonna step up and let loose 4 screaming magic missiles at the thing down in the water.
So
Is
what's
he
the
casting
damage?
second level?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the damage on that?
1d4 plus 1
Oh,
for each
God.
dart.
11 all up.
11 all up. Okay. Well, that could have been better. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, by 5. Calm down. You didn't miss a lot.
1d4 plus 1 per, so it could have been
Yeah,
20.
whatever.
I guess it's pretty much average. Okay.
He did alright.
Fair enough.
Stop being mean. He's
Fair
not here to defend
enough.
himself.
Fair enough. Is he doing anything else this time? Got bonus action and movement still. So in order to reach, he would have had to move a little bit, so he's used 10, like...
Yeah, he's used a
15
bit of
feet.
movement to reach. And actually that's long enough that... Yeah. No, I think that might be it for the turn, for the round. Yeah.
Okay. Which brings us to its turn. It is going to make its loop and start coming back.
God damn it. I forgot to cast this.
Odds is good for you, evens is bad for you.
Okay, you roll a 1.
6.
Oh, that's bad for me.
Not necessarily for you, though.
Well, you looked at me in the eye and said,
That
evens is bad for you.
That was me making sure that you knew half of my plan.
I mean, you showed me the dice.
John, I would like you to make a
rolled-
DC... You almost made me do it again because you were talking to me. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
It was close, I'm sorry. Oh. Oh.
11.
11. You feel yourself losing control of yourself. As now that you have given the captain's crossbow back to her loaded, you kind of step back, and then you look at the captain.
I'm gonna try to speak. Can I?
You can't speak. As you look at the captain and ready your next attack. Archibald,
Hello?
what is your plan for this turn?
Is it my turn in initiative?
It is.
Holy shit. It's incredible. Was that Sif slamming into the door?
That was Sif slamming into the door.
Oh, okay. How's this thing looking?
You can't tell.
How far away is it?
At this current point in time, it's only about 25 foot from the front of the ship.
25 foot from the front of the ship.
So
How long's the ship?
you're near the front.
Okay.
So you're maybe.
Sif, for the love of God, calm down.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
You're maybe 15 foot from the front.
I will be... I'm going to point at the thing,
Okay.
and then I'm going to clench my fist once more, and then I'm going to cast so it's within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay. Send it on target.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's going to... that's all I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah. Cast Shatter.
That is a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That is a 21. Half damage or no damage? Half. Go ahead and roll your damage.
This thing's constitutional as fuck. Should have changed that save. You take 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay.
I rolled a 7. Do we round up or down?
Round down technically, but I'll give you the. I'll give you this.
3 points of damage.
I'll give you the 4th, just because I want to.
You're so generous.
I know, I'm fantastic. Is that your turn?
I'm going to think. And then I'm going to. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. It is El Capitan's turn. She, having seen
Damn
the
it!
crossbow that you left there, what? He didn't do something he wanted to do. Having seen the crossbow that you've reloaded for her, she is going to toss the other one to the side. Okay. And then she's going to pick up hers. She's going to take aim once again, and she is going to hit with a natural 19, which then is going to be a total of, that's a bit better,
40.
10, another 16 points of damage.
I'm really tired. You can tell I'm tired, everyone, because I take off my glasses and reveal my secret identity as Tired Man.
Yeah. And she's going to pick up the other crossbow that she tossed aside and take a shot with that, a second shot. Doing no damage because she doesn't hit as it swims away. John, it is now your turn. You are looking at the back of the captain's head.
Yep.
You don't like her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, John. No.
I would
You
like
do.
you to take a full turn of
Don't
attacks
get us.
against the captain.
Don't
To
get
the
us
best of
thrown.
my
To
ability.
the best of your ability.
Don't get us thrown off the ship.
Alright then.
I hope she's understanding.
So I'm gonna start off by screaming as I enter a rage.
Okay. Alright then.
Really
It's a heavy
like
metal
this.
scream.
And then I'm going to recklessly try to stab her with my wand.
Okay, roll your attacks.
At some point, does he pass through it? Does he wave it in the... Oh, good.
Maybe. 16.
Oh, bad.
Just misses.
Oh, good.
Oof.
That's one attack, 'cause that's
That's-
reckless, right?
That's reckless. And now I think I can only reckless once a turn. I think. I don't remember. I'll check.
I feel like...
I don't think you can. I think you can reckless on any attack,
Yeah.
including, because I think we've had this discussion before where I actually read the book and was like, hold on, this is once per turn, and then read
When
it
you
again and I
make
was like,
your first attack on your turn,
when you make
yes,
your first
all of the
attack-
attacks during the turn get it.
Yeah, so all your attacks are now reckless and you don't have a choice in it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's more helpful.
Which
And
really
then-
doesn't matter because once you made that first attack, they may as well all be reckless.
yeah, and second attack. Hey! 13.
Doesn't hit.
Oh
Does
my
not
god.
hit. So that's your
I
two attacks as you go
I
to
think
make.
I can still try to bonus action grapple.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So I'm gonna try and do that. So that's athletics.
Versus
Wow.
her acrobatics.
Well,
which is-
even I got 2 5s, but
What's
my
your
athletics is
proficiency again?
hella
So-
high. So, 16 athletics.
16. You do manage to grapple her, but so as you turn to her and go to make your attack, The first one is thrown off by a lurch in the ship as it goes over
Yeah.
a particularly large wave, and you actually miss. And in that miss, she cottons on, sees what you're doing, and turns to face you. She dodges out of the way of your second attack, but then you manage to go for the grapple and succeed on that. She is now grappled. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Because you still have movement. You can technically drag her somewhere if you want.
So below us, over the edge, there's most. Ah, fuck.
Can't believe you've done this.
It would be an action to try and throw her over the edge, so that's not movement.
Okay.
Can't believe you've
I was
done
thinking
this.
about going over the edge and dragging her with me.
Oh, don't
Oh.
think about that.
Yeah.
Don't think
I mean,
about
is
that.
that the best of my ability?
You're charmed. You're not. You won't do anything that will actively hurt yourself. However, you do have the ring.
So, in this charmed state, do I still consider the eels to be enemies?
No.
Okay, in that case, I think I'm.
That's like
How
most
fast
of
is the
Paramount.
boat going?
It's moving as quick as it can possibly move. So it's moving pretty fast.
And the sea is pretty rough.
So it's pretty rough.
I'm gonna hate you for this. I really am.
He's dead.
Deck save.
Yay. I love this
Okay, I'm
consideration.
gonna judge whether, looking down, I want to judge whether I think that I could catch up with the boat on foot.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, the shit are you gonna catch up with a boat on foot?
12.
12. You're very uncertain about that fact.
Okay. Then I'll end my turn here.
Okay. Silkus.
Okay. Silkus.
Dude,
Going.
what the hell are you doing? This is Silkus, by the way. You might not be able to tell from my
Roll an insight
accent.
check for Silkus before he starts his turn. Natural 1.
Oh, John, you're just doing what you need to do.
He doesn't realize what's happening with John.
Okay then.
John, now I don't think it's the best time to show her your wrestling moves. I'm gonna keep doing this voice until someone stops me.
I don't think anyone's going to stop you, to be fair.
Okay.
No one has the power. Or the determination. I'm unstoppable.
I think Silkus is just gonna grab the railing and dodge until he's got a clearer shot.
Okay, he does so. So his turn is to dodge, which means all attacks and spells against him have disadvantage. It is now the creature's turn.
No, it's not.
It is going to move back up to the right-hand side of the ship and is going to attack thrice.
Please, Archibald, you have to do something about this. I can't keep missing like this. I can't hold it much longer.
I'm currently shooting, like, fancy spells out the side of a ship at a creature. I don't know what's going on with you.
I was really, really hoping that Silkus would notice because he has so many spells which would be perfect to stopping me.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Make you burst into flames?
I don't know, dimension door me into the cargo hold.
Okay, it's
Oh god.
three whip-like tentacles shoot out of the water. One of them aims for you. Does a 27 hit your armor class?
Bitch, you wish.
Another aims for the captain who's in your grasp,
Yeah.
which is advantage, right?
Oh, great. It's not an eel. It's a kraken.
Because grappled?
No, she's not incapacitated. Wait, is it a dex save?
No, that's it.
Never mind. Yep. So it's not advantage. Misses the captain, and then hits one of the crew members on the side of the ship. Archibald, you take a total of 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Guys, I'm almost on half.
I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I would like
Crew member takes a total of 14 points of damage, and he is going to also make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, Oscar. Did I get a saving throw at the end of my turn?
No.
Should I have?
No.
Ah, shit.
My question to you is, does an 11 save?
No, it does not.
Ah, shit. Okay, well.
Okay. So this tentacle whips out of the water at you as it moves past the bottom of the right-hand side of the ship. Hits you square across the head, snapping
face.
your neck to the side. Sends one of the crew members who was readying a shot flying backwards onto the deck of the ship, and then it disappears underneath the ship and heading over to the other side. It is now your turn, Archibald.
I get concerned about what I had to make a Constitution saving throw for. And then I shake it off, and I'm going to chase that fucker down, and I'm going to use... Actually, as I'm running to the other side of the ship to follow it, to try and catch onto it, do I see what's going on there?
Roll an insight check.
Well, I'm not using you anymore because you've been nothing but a disappointment. So not only me, but your entire family of dice. I don't see what's going
Your
on there.
entire family of platonic solids.
Yes.
So I'm going to race over and just... You want to go? Lightning bolt. Directly down.
Okay.
I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, bitch.
We'll do...
You want me to make it? You want me to make saves?
Natural 18 and a natural 1.
Yeah, fuck off. So,
Maxed and doubled.
8d6 is...
And doubled.
42, 84 lightning
100.
damage.
Hold on. So 8d6 is 42.
No.
No,
Max and
8d6 is not 42.
8d6
No.
8d6 is 48.
is 48.
Doubled for the crit.
No,
96.
96.
Doubled for the double damage in water.
Oh.
192.
192, that's what I said.
192.
I'm just like, you wanna go?
Oh shit!
With that, do I light up everything in that water?
Fuck yeah, you do. As if max health, or its health is 216. You've already dealt 131 damage to it. Oh my god. You send this lightning bolt down, and even though you couldn't see it...
Can I have cast that through my wand?
you didn't state it.
Damn it.
You see the limp... Even though you couldn't see it at the time of casting, you see its limp body just start floating out in the direction that it was heading.
Do I see another limp body just floating out?
Just the one?
Okay.
A few seconds later, you see a whole bunch of fish. Just gone to the top.
I'm going to turn around. What the fuck are you doing?
You are no longer charmed.
Okay, so I am letting go and I'm going, get out of my head!
The captain brushes herself off and... That was an aboleth.
Oh.
I would appreciate not having to deal with them, but your actions were excusable. You did not have control. Who got hit by a tentacle?
Hello.
And the other crew member puts his hand up as well. We will wait a minute or two and then potentially provide assistance if needed.
Uh-oh.
The
I
crew
start.
member stands up and he walks over and kind of sits near the tiller where the captain walks over as well.
We saw 2 things go under the barrier. Has the other one been spotted?
2 things.
One on the left side as well.
It may have passed through the barrier twice. We didn't see another. For now, I think we are safe.
Okay.
And she gestures for one of the other crew members to head down under the deck. He runs down, and about 30 seconds or so later, he emerges carrying a small satchel, which he opens up, and you see some potion bottles. After a minute or so has passed, the crew member seems okay, but Archibald, you start to see your skin going slimy and scaly from the arms up, and from the head and neck down.
I've spent like this time just being like, Lyra, it's Archibald again. Like, I'm saying this privately. I'm just like, I would really rather not become some form of lizard creature thing, aboleth, whatever it is. So, any assistance you could provide in this matter would be nice.
Roll a religion check.
Fuck you!
Was that 11?
No.
Was that a 1?
Yeah.
I thought that was a 7.
No.
91.
I'm just
You don't
like,
get a response.
I might need a potion.
The crew member comes over with the satchel, pulls out a potion, seeing your arms and neck starting to go scaly and slimy and dripping slime down into your clothes, hands it over to you.
I look at it for a second. What is it?
This will cure your affliction.
Done. I smash it.
You do so, and about 5 minutes pass. It stops almost immediately. And about 5 minutes passes, it slowly fades back away, and you return to normal.
That thing almost got me. Smacked me fair with a tentacle. I may have overdone it with the revenge though.
Yeah, I'm still ringing in my ears.
Yeah, lightning's not usually that loud.
Fuck is a good thing you didn't jump into the wall.
I mean, I suppose I probably would have been sort of standing on the water, and I don't know if that makes a difference, but man.
Captain would have been fucked. Fuck.
That was really loud. Anyway.
You feeling all right?
I'm feeling like I'm going to bed.
At this stage, the captain takes over once again Tilla from the person who had replaced her during the fight. You hadn't noticed this, but someone had replaced her at the tiller. And you are approaching the exit to this umbral tunnel through the miasma. As you, over the next minute or so, move out, you see the same formation on the other side as the umbral beam, or the tunnel turns into the beams going into the buoys and then underwater again. As I'd like 3 of you to make perception checks, please.
Slightly better.
Wow! Oh man, double natty ones, John and Silkus.
Like both me and Silkus, like back to back, going, oh my god, oh my god, not even looking.
Oh my god. Archibald, what did you roll?
12.
12.
I'm like
You-
sitting on the top deck, just catching my breath, looking forward, and be like, "What the fuck is that?" So what do I say?
You see land.
Oh, it's like
Off in the distance, just below the horizon, but rising well above it, you see these huge mountains. And even from here, you can tell this is a very forested region. Very, very lush green, covering these huge mountains that are soaring up over the horizon, out ahead of you.
this ship didn't have a shield, did it? It used the tunnel thing.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
As you're looking out there, the captain speaks up. Valenora, we are almost there. It will take a couple of hours at most. I recommend you get some sleep. We will notify
idea.
you when we arrive.
Thank you. I dimension door down to my bed. And I go to sleep.
Okay. You do so. Are you two heading down as well?
Yeah, I'll head down as well.
Okay, so you all head to the cargo hold to get some rest, and that is where we're going to end the session. I'm going to mark off this day, so we'll be starting next session on the...
I'm gonna need my crits
Morning.
added to the crit counter. Just want it on the record.
How many
I
did you
crit
get?
twice? I think I crit twice.
I don't know what... Oh. Well, Anna
Yeah,
has
with,
already
like-
added at least one,
Okay.
so I'm assuming she's added the other. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed the episode tonight, please chuck us a follow here on Twitch. It helps us out, and you'll get to see our future content, which of course does not just include Max Doubled. It also includes the bananas, which unfortunately is not happening tomorrow, as it usually would, because Anna is on holiday and unable to do it. But we also have cooperative multiplayer streams with myself and Twiasol, who is the one of the co-founders of Maximum Altitude, and we have some more content incoming as well. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to keep up to date with what's happening in Maximum Altitude, head to the Twitter up there at the top. You can also keep up with our Twitters down below our little spots. If you would like some bi-daily entertainment, or in Michael's case, regular entertainment,
not quite
but
sure
from
what
4
you
years
get.
ago. Whoops, that is the wrong scene. I just accidentally clicked. So, also you can join our Discord to interact directly with us. But, thank you also very much for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, take it easy.
And breezy.
Sleazy.